The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature.
How's everybody's father feeling today?
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Oh, what do you guys want to talk about?
Let me talk to you.
We are fucking back. We're back. Classic. We are back.
That's right, folks. We're fucking back. I'm back. Shit, man, it's been a fucking while. That's been a while. Maybe so. Maybe. But yes, and welcome everyone to Circle Debate, In Time Wrestling, Wrestling Delorean, and Game Breaker Sports Podcast. That's right. All the powers combined. It's like Captain Planet type of way, but no, it's Podcast Planet here, folks. I'll tell you that. The host of this one, I've been seeing with my three other hosts. My sangre and my all. I bleed for all these three men and the rest of the crew, of course. But I'm going to introduce mi familia right here, of course. He is the Redeemer, folks. Because this man, he redeems everybody, and he tells you his game over. But I'd rather let the video play for itself. But Daniel Bakley, stop moving shit around. Why you always do that?
Because I'm not just the coolest, and I'm not just the best.
The Redeemer is back.
He is the Redeemer. He is back, folks. And let him know, champ, former champ.
Can you feel it? Phil Collins said it best. Can you? I can feel it calling in the air tonight. That is right. It is Thursday. Circle of Debate with the fam. Redeemer's here, everybody. And you always know what that means. It is game over.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And of course, he is your CEO of the Game Breaker Sports Network, folks, and he is a part of this family as well. This man bangs you, but okay, not your wives, folks, right? He has his wives, so he's a banger, but calm down now. He could if he wants to, but I mean, hey, he can bust that Valbeat if he wants to, but this man is the banger,
Banger after banger after banger after banger after banger after banger after banger.
That's right, folks. Man himself, the banger after banger with the banger, Tim King. That's right.
It's Mr. Banger Shows.
I'm never worthy for this. I always say it. Never worthy for all of this.
You're always worthy. You're always worthy. You know what's worthy?
Worthy.
You know what's
We love you. You're the best. Thank you for that great introduction. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you, Poppy. Thank you.
Me too, brother. But man, well, I love it. He's back. I'm trying not to come down because I'm Michael Nettie here. Son of a bitch, I got to come down because
Man.
I haven't played this in a long time, and I want to play it. I'm play both, as a matter of fact, because he's back, folks.
Hey, Doc, we better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88. Roads? Well, we're going. We don't need roads.
Drink in the club till the wolves come. Surrounded by the sheep in the street till the wolves come. Everyone strip on the floor. We the wolves done.
Fuck up De Niro, I got a Snyder extended clip, so who wanna play hero? Go bad shit like Ozzy, I was born in the darkness. Oh, you the wolf till we pull up and you're harmless. So pray to Allah, the Don Dada, the top shotter, the top spot, final boss you cross, that's when your ride stop. Basquiat with that white chalk.
That's right, brother. No,
fucking
I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of all that.
You're worthy. Oh my God, brother Nero, wonderful. He's here, folks. Brother Nero, folks.
Glad to be back, man. It's been a long time. Home away from home. Let's go.
I'm excited.
Glad we work with all three of y'all. Let's do this.
Love you. Love you.
Love you, bro.
Let's see your beautiful
ya.
face.
Oh my god. Oh, what a week of professional wrestling. And I know people will want to know, hey, well, you guys gonna bring up the Vince McMahon? So unfortunately, no, because none of us has watched it yet. And I see a lot of podcasters talk about it, and I respect that. We will get there. And also you'll get there when you listen to the rest of the DeLorean podcast, because this man will he'll review it soon for you guys. Unless he already did it. I don't know. I don't think he
Not
has.
tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to review it. Finishing it tonight, doing it tomorrow.
There we go.
I'll tell you just a quick thing. So far, like I'll just say that, it's not nothing that we already know. Like it's not like we're, learning shit. It's all things that we've known for years and don't really go too much in depth in stories, which is a little disappointing. But I mean, it's for more of the fans who don't know, I would say.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard about it so far. Is it's literally just like stuff that so far that we've heard so far, and I'm just like, okay, well,
yeah, Vince gives very little. Like you're not going to get a grand explanation on why he's done this, that, or the third. It's all like, oh well, that's how I felt at the time. It's like, well, thanks a lot, motherfucker.
Oh, let me tell you something right now.
Waited all these years for that answer.
I'm horny, pal. That's all about.
I'm always horny for you, Pappy. Oh shit.
World elite. Without Dylan. Hey, KGP, ¿cómo estás, hermano? Feliz jueves. That is right.
It's good, KPG.
Oh man, of course, Pepsi Phil is still feeling under the weather, so he'll be hopefully back next week. He's feeling better, but we'll see. We'll see how he feels.
We love you, Phil. Feel better.
I know. We do.
Love you, Pepsi Phil.
But it's time to get into it, folks, because you know what time it is. Oh my God. Let's talk about it, Emmett.
It's time! It's time! It's
Dynamite!
That's right. Dynamite that happened 24 hours ago. That, of course, this man won. I'll tell you that. That is his brother Nero. He was in attendance live there for the AEW Grand Slam. Wow. What can we talk about this? There's so much that we could talk about it. It has ups and downs, but of course, I want to save the main event for last. Everything else, we could break that down. But I'm not gonna take this over. I'm gonna let brother Nero take this over because he hasn't been here for a while. So, man, you let the people know you were there in attendance, brother Nero, and break, besides the main event, but break down everything else overall. What were your thoughts? Give us a knowledge right here. Let us know. You know what? Since you haven't been around, I want to praise for you because where the hell are you? Where the hell are you? Come on, man.
America, fuck yeah! Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah!
And then give your
the 7 deities have come to me with a very powerful premonition.
Give us your premonition of what's going to happen after heading into Grand Slam. But the floor is yours, my brother. Take it away.
Dynamite was awesome, man. The atmosphere was crazy. I know there was a lot of talks about them, not being able to sell out Arthur Ashe, and they didn't. It wasn't a sellout at all. But I'll tell you what, it was pretty packed. Crowd was going nuts. Everyone loved being there. What up, Dom? What is good, man?
Notorious.
But it was a great show. I gotta say, like, Nigel and Brian, man, that was just hitting me in the feels. I would have done anything to be at the show. Like, I had to be at the show just because I said it on Top Rope. I said it, I'm sure, here. I say it every fucking week on, Wrestling DeLorean. That match in 2007, when I ordered that Driven pay-per-view from Ring of Honor, is the match that saved my fandom for wrestling. I was falling out of it in 2007, becoming more of a UFC fan. And all of a sudden, I come across Ring of Honor on pay-per-view, saw Nigel versus Brian for the first time, and I was like, wow, this is the shit that I want to watch. And ever since then, I was a huge Brian fan. I was a huge Nigel fan. I was so upset when Nigel couldn't wrestle anymore. So when they announced this matchup, there was nothing that I would have done, nothing that I would have done to be at the venue. Really good matchup. Like, Nigel hasn't missed a fucking step. 15 fucking years. And this guy is fucking, hitting lariats like it was 2008. Brian and Nigel have a certain chemistry that you don't see with many wrestlers in their rivals. And I said it on the last Wrestling DeLorean, where I give the full story of why this matchup is taking place. I said that when you talk about pro wrestling rivalries and you bring up Flair and Steamboat, you bring up all these classic rivalries, it is hard not to put Nigel and Bryan in that mix. 3 to 4 years of some of the best matches you're going to see, 5-star classics. And they went on a tear about like 10 or 11 matches, and every match was always quality. You never went to a Bryan Danielson versus Nigel match and thought, oh man, they're doing this shit again, or they're running it back again. They were able to always keep it fresh. They always had a different dynamic. It was either Bryan chasing Nigel when Nigel was champion. They both needed to, you know, wrestle for the number one contendership because Morishima was champion. They always kept it fresh, and I was so happy that they had this matchup. Matchup was really good. I thought that, you know, of course, Bryan Danielson won. Really cool that he came out to Final Countdown. Never got to see that live, so that was awesome that he came out to Final Countdown.
Tell me you wanted to what? Tell me you wanted to cry when you were like, the match is happening. I can't believe
still
it.
come across the videos, and I'm getting chills just thinking about it, man. The crowd was going crazy. Like, it was awesome. But really good matchup. Bryan winning was, you know, what I thought was going to happen, and it did happen. Really happy with that, though. Really good matchup. Overall, though, Dynamite was fucking insane. Like, great matches. Let's talk about the Young Bucks versus Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay. That was amazing. Like, I know the crowd was going crazy. I don't know if it translated on TV, but that crowd was shaking the fucking venue. Like,
I'll give you the thing. Yes, they were going fucking bonkers for that.
Yeah, man. Like, there was times where I felt like, you know, the whole Arthur Ashe Stadium was shaking just off of, you know, the energy that they were pumping. It was really, really good. But yeah, I liked Hook versus Roderick, especially for the moment afterwards with Hook retiring the FTW title. I like how they told the story that the FTW title was born in Queens at the Elks Lodge. And I like that it stayed in the family. And it was a very special moment when Hook gave that title back to Taz, and Taz was emotional.
He was.
I thought that was a great moment, especially in New York. Women's title matchup, I thought it was okay. You know, I mean, I like Yuka Sakazaki, really like Mariah May. I like what they're doing with Willow. I think that it's cool that they're adding Willow to the mix now, because I feel like Willow does deserve a shot with that, you know, at least a shot at the world title. Yeah, and as Jordan's bringing up here, I want to talk about MVP. That was a shock. That was right. Awesome moment, man. I could tell you right now, I saw people on Twitter saying that MVP came out to no reaction. Whoever wrote that is fucking either deaf or dumb, because that crowd was fucking going crazy. It's somehow people knew from the moment he cleared his throat, right? Before he came out, he's like, someone right next to me screams, MVP! Before, I was like, how the fuck do you know that from someone clearing their throat? You know what I mean? I was like, and then when he comes out, I was like, holy shit. But really, really awesome, man. If they are going down the road of this being the way they bring in Lashley and Shelton, and then having them feud with Swerve Strickland, I mean, man, that's going to be an amazing, amazing feud. But yeah, I know you said not to talk about the main event, but overall, everything on this show I thought hit. It was really, really fun.
Okay. Love it, love it. Redeemer, give us what you got, baby.
So I went into this show just so unenthused, just watching it. Like, just it felt like there was no build for most of this. Like, I don't know. There just was nothing. I felt so uninterested in this show. And again, like, I knew the wrestling was going to be fucking incredible, because that's what you can always expect from AEW. It's just like, well, you're going to watch AEW. Guess what you're about to get? Fucking 45 fucking 5-star plus matches. Like, obviously, makes all sense in the world. Like I thought Roddy and Hook was fun. I liked it. Hook finally retiring the FTW title, because really, as far as I'm concerned, the FTW title's been holding that man back too much. Like, that man deserves to be in the contention for the international title or the continental title or the TNT title, something that's not this title that's supposed to not be recognized. So I was happy for that. I'm going to be on the fence here with this Nigel and Bryan stuff. Again, I thought the match was fucking awesome as expected from those two, but the fact that how they handled it getting to this point, to me, still just aggravates the ever-loving fuck out of me. How they did this, how it went from just you having and how you basically affected the whole thing with John Moxley too. Like, you tell me that Moxley comes out there to basically say, hey, I incapacitated Brian. We ain't going to see him. So I'm going to freaking take that world title shot from Darby.
Mhm.
And then you proceed to just act like we are all fucking stupid and go, oh yeah, Moxley didn't just say that. We're going to give you Brian and Nigel. That's the part that just absolutely just annoyed the hell out of me. So it just really gave me very little actually for excitement wise. Because again, even for that, other than just shit talking from Nigel, I felt like we didn't get much of a build because we were using the whole thing of Moxley taking out Brian to basically kind of null the freaking build down, which sucks. So to me, that's what really just kind of, it was one of like the main focuses that really just kind of turned me off on the show a lot. And then just like the rest of it, like Mariah and Yuka, I like Yuka Sakazaki and I love Mariah May, but like, look at how little we've done with Mariah May since her beating Toni Storm. Yuka literally hasn't been seen for 3 years and then just comes back, gets 3 wins and gets a title match. Like, what the fuck? Tony needs to start fixing something here because again, a tag team title match was fucking awesome. And I hope that there's going to be more story with this. Like, I could see more coming out of this. Like, is it going to be Callis trying to convince Fletcher to turn on Ospreay? Is it going to like lead to Ospreay getting Fletcher out of there? And maybe even Takeshita. Maybe Takeshita's just going to be tired of Callis's shit, which would be fucking awesome.
Eli made a good point there.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
My lips are sealed. I've seen the match.
I know.
I know.
You know. Thank God. I know you were there for the collision recording. I know you were, and I'm just, and I apologize to interrupt you, Redeemer. Just very quick on that. Just to clarify again to all of our viewers and listeners, we are not a piece of shit Seltzer. We are not a piece of shit Alvarez, especially that piece of shit because he doesn't like me. I don't like him, so fuck off. And we're not Sean Ross, whatever the fuck, Wade Keller. No, we're none of those assholes. We're not gonna hear me spoiling Collision. De Niro's not gonna do that. No, we're professional wrestling analysts. We watch it, we enjoy it. Doesn't matter what brand.
Hashtag
no. I would say
right.
Yeah, never spoil it, but I would say check it out. It was a fun show. That's all.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Collision actually has been really good over the last month. Justin.
Yeah. The MVP thing, I loved it. I loved MVP showing up, and it's teasing some like maybe a possible Lashley appearance, maybe Shelton showing up. I'm cool with that. I honestly, to be honest, I was talking about it on Wednesday, like literally last night. I think honestly, it's going to lead to, and this is going to sound a little depressing to say, something tells me that we're going to end up having Swerve get rid of Nana and align himself with MVP.
No.
I think that honestly gives you something. I think that gives you something really good because, like, think about it. If Swerve, literally, MVP came out there to tell the Nana that Swerve basically feels like he lost his touch. If he aligns with MVP and like kicks Nana out, like that that gave me all that freaking vibe that he's gonna eventually just say, "Listen, I can't be looked at as the soft guy anymore. I can't be the guy coming out there smiling and coming out there dancing and everything like that. No, I need to be the fucking killer. Like, I just literally lost to the guy that burnt my fucking childhood house down, like something crazy. Like, it's going to have to be Swerve turning into this absolute demon when he freaking just aligns himself with MVP. Like, that's just the first thing I got out of that whole thing.
Would you? I know you're still going. I don't mean to. I always
go for it.
Me and my questions.
Go for it. Question away, bro.
Would you then? Because I'll say it when it's my turn. But would you put Swerve with Lashley then as the leader of that faction, or how do you do that then? If Swerve's going with MVP, how do you distinguish Swerve with Lashley? Who's the leader of that group? Because
Swerve is the leader. That's it. But that's when I say that's when you can start to tease a little bit of dissension in there. Like, Lashley's going to be like, listen, this is mine. I brought this here as well. Like, I lead this shit. And that's when, but it's like when you get Swerve involved in that, you get the tension going on where it's going to be that conflicting kind of moment between him and Lashley. Like, I'm the leader. No, I'm the leader. Like, I think that would be freaking wild because a Swerve Lashley match, sign me the fuck up for that. If those two want to kill each other, let's fucking go.
Yeah, Swerve Lashley tag team too would be fucking insane.
Wild.
And let's just say Swerve Lashley, Hobbs, and Shelton would be fucking pretty fucking.
Yes.
All
yes.
right.
Shelton and Hobbs as a tag team sounds fucking fun. I like that too.
Yo, I
but overall, like, I don't know. Like, I ended up giving the show 2 separate grades. Like, wrestling wise, I gave it a high grade. Like, overall, I don't know. It's just because so little build, so uninteresting build, just Tony trying to make us feel like we're fucking stupid and completely forgetting stuff. Like, it just, I don't know. Show wise, I was not pleased with it. But wrestling wise, I'll give it that.
Makes sense. Yeah.
All right, Banger. The floor is yours.
Man, so that's cool. I'm actually glad that they both got to go before me because I'm definitely somewhere in between. From the show perspective, the show was a 10.
Fair.
It was it was a 9 out of 10, and I'll just say why. Maybe like an 8.5 out of 10. But the show itself, it rocked. The show rocked. Tony Khan put on a fucking great show last night. The show was great. My complaints, and I guess I'll start with my complaints before I go into all the great. The fuck are you doing? Just what the fuck is he doing? Darby Allin has a title shot against Bryan Danielson. I don't give a fuck what kind of history, what kind of nostalgia, what kind of throwback you're trying to do. At the end of the day, you don't have a guy have a number 1 contender match for a world title, have the match, and then say, Moxley comes out and says, well, actually, Bryan's not going to be there. So we're going to fight for your number 1 contender spot. You will never get the title shot, bitch. We will wrestle for your title shot because Bryan is incapacitated. Bryan cannot wrestle. Okay, cool. Fine. I get the story because Nigel then should come out. And it started. The way the show started was perfect. It should have been a 10 count. The match started. Nigel's hands get raised. Call it a day. What the fuck are we doing? Why did you book yourself to have Darby Allin challenging Bryan Danielson for the world title? What's up, Kayla? Hope you and hope Stitch is having a good night. You guys are having a good night. But why? Right? Why do you have a world championship match just get changed to a number 1 contender championship match for a world title match to still be on the fucking show? It makes 0 fucking sense. I get the history of it. But Bryan versus Nigel at Wrestle Dream would have been way better. It wouldn't have been way better. The story of Darby being number 1 contender just should have never happened to where Bryan and Nigel could have been on this fucking show. And we all would have been like, because the match was fucking fire. So like, I'm sitting here. I don't want to complain about it because I don't want to be that fucking guy who's sitting complaining. But at the end of the day, I have to because it makes no fucking sense. The match was great, but why wouldn't it have been great? But Nigel didn't miss a beat, like you said. Like, fuck, the match was beautiful. The way he thanked Bryan as the match ended, like, thank you for fucking breaking me and fucking me. Like, thank you for doing this with me. It was a beautiful moment. But at the end of the day, right there and then when that match was over, Bryan should have hopped on the mic and started dogging Mox. John Moxley, where the fuck are you? All right. I get you're waiting till the main event to do your thing, but right away, John Moxley, Claudio, where the fuck are you, Claudio? You were my best friend. You want to fucking hit me with it? Where are you? Bryan should have grabbed the mic. I'm fucking pissed. Where the fuck are you guys? Like, the fact that he just went about his way, I just defended my title and like, I get it. Bryan's on a limited schedule. He's on a time crunch. You got to do what you got to do with him. You want to put the match on TV. You want to draw a rating. I get all of it. Just don't tell the Darby story then. Wait for the Darby story. I digress. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yep.
The show itself is great. The tag title match was fucking sensational.
I just have a quick question, Tim, before I forget, right? Quick question. Because I was thinking about this too. Because I for the nostalgia reason, like I wanted to see Bryan versus Nigel, but I've been saying too, like the way they got there makes no fucking sense at all. I don't know why you would announce this and then not announce it. Would have been better because it just came to me. Would it have been better if they started with Mox and Darby, and then the main event was Nigel versus Bryan? This way, Bryan came out finished the matchup with Nigel and then called out Mox, like, motherfucker, I'm here, let's go.
Yes, De Niro, yes, because no one thinks that Brian's actually going to show up because Brian's not there. So yeah, we talk, whatever.
I see. I'm going to still digress on that one because I think that still wouldn't have made fucking sense. It still doesn't help the situation.
Way they got there doesn't make sense, but at least it would be better for Nigel. Because Brian wins and then he sits down at the backstage and like waits until the main event. Like, no, if I'm Brian and the last time you see me, I was getting choked out by a plastic bag, I'm on a rampage. I think even if they went with Nigel versus Brian first, they should have had Brian looking for the BCC backstage at least. Like, show something.
Best friends just put a bet. Is that, sure, Mox did what he did, right? But Claudio, the Claudio thing is more, all right? That touch, the Claudio thing, while Mox was always doing Mox's thing, you and I were together. We were always together. Sure, you took my spot against Zack Sabre Jr. You were brought in for me, all right? And then you were the one. You were the one who threw the first shot at me. We went to a draw on the G1, or the G1, the fucking C2. All right. Well,
didn't Brian even give up like a title shot against Roman Reigns and gave it to Cesaro back in the day? Like,
yes,
Oh my god.
Yes, De Niro. Right before they both left the company, they both did the Roman thing. Yes. Like, dude, so much story, so much history there. If that was the main event and Brian did come out to the final countdown and then afterwards, like, John Moxley, you fucking piece of shit, or he didn't even have to say that because the BCC just surrounds the ring after Brian. And what if Nigel stands up and helps Brian fight the BCC away? You know what I mean? That's a goosebump fucking moment right there. Nigel stands up next to Brian, says, "One night, I got your back, dude." Like that. That, like, my nipples just got hard. That was nipple mania, right? I was talking about it, okay? But moving on, the tag title match was sensational. The match itself was 5 fucking stars. Of course it is with the people in the match. But the reason the match was 5 stars was the storytelling involved in it. The screwdriver to Kyle Fletcher, Ospreay not wanting him to use it. They're going to turn on him. And at first I was just trying to figure out how United Empire was going to be a face in AEW. It didn't make much sense because Fletcher and Dump Truck Davis are fucking heel. And, they're going to be heels. They're going to be heels with Don Callis. And
I'm going to wait until it's my turn. I'll give my debate on that, but go ahead. Continue.
Good. Can't wait to hear it, Poppy. Cannot wait to hear it. But Dump Truck's going to come back because Ospreay is soft, and Ospreay is going to lose the title to Ricochet next week. So Ospreay is going to be super soft. He's not a killer. He lost his belt. He could have been a double champ, but instead he's a bitch. And when Dump Truck comes back, they're going to use it against him. Cannot wait to see that. The match itself is great. The Hook and Roderick Strong thing, I was fucking freaking out after the match. I said, God, if this fucking, what the fuck are we doing with this title? Like, I wanted to throw that belt so far away, and the fact that we actually got to throw the belt away in a respectful manner was just chef's kiss. That was beautiful. The way that he just got to retire it to his father, like, that was such a fucking beautiful story. And hey, Roddy shaking Hook's hand after the match and a fucking actual sign of respect was awesome. All right.
Didn't expect that at all.
No, we expect some jumping or something to go on. And it's funny, I saw something on Twitter that said, well, Hook's just scared of the BCC because they said you don't want to be that same complacent bitch that you were 5 years ago because we're coming for you. So that's why he gave the belts away. But no, that was good. But so I was happy that happened. 2 more things. Yuka Sakazaki can fuck all the way the fuck away. All right. I deep dove into that last
Why
week.
people hate Yuka, man? Yuka! Why you hating on Yuka, man?
You can go because
okay. Bye.
Good, because we have Willow. So let's tell the Willow story. And Stat better be involved in this because Stat just beat Willow. So Willow should not get a world title shot when Stat just beat her. So a triple threat between Mariah, Willow, and Stat would fucking go a long way to progressing this fucking homegrown women's division. Mina going to team with Tony and telling that is fucking beautiful. Mina shaking is always beautiful. Okay. And the last thing,
shucky ducky.
Yeah. All right. And the last thing, Melissa, like, I like to still refer to her. She watches all the time with me, but I like to refer to her as a casual. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I always say when casuals can mark out about something, it means you're doing a great job. When Nana was on the screen and she saw MVP, she goes, "Oh my God, are we going to get Lashley and Swerve?" And I said, yes. And then she goes to me, "Wait, that Hobbs Lashley thing that you wanted years ago, we're going to get that." I said, "You goddamn right, you pay attention. You pay attention." Lashley and Swerve at Wrestle Dream. I don't give a fuck. Do it now. I don't care. Don't fucking wait. We got a company full of dream matches, he says. Then do it. Do it right the fuck now. Swerve, Lashley, Wrestle Dream now. Okay.
Or Rampage tomorrow. Do it.
No,
There we go. Let's go.
No connection.
I don't care. Do it. I'm for it.
But I want Lashley and Hobbs. The moral of the story is Lashley versus Swerve's fuck yeah. Hobbs is Lashley's protege. Come on, guys. It's
I'm with
still
it.
there.
I'm with it.
Give this man the pencil.
Give me what I want.
You got to give him what he wants right here. Yeah. Give him the pencil. Yeah. See, you got him fucking hyped up.
Let's fucking go.
You do Tony Khan. You got him hyped up. You know? Especially, Redeemer getting the
Shucky, ducky, quack, whack.
Oh, let me tell you something there, guys. Going down right now.
I love this, and I'm glad to be back because, yes, man,
I'll show y'all how we do in the conglomeration, baby. That's right, because we're about to.
Let me tell you something. We're the conglomeration of podcasting causing discombobulation every single time.
All right. Before now, I will tell you this. I'm gonna get with let me start off with the Hook and Roderick Strong. I enjoyed it. Kudos to Hook. His improvement in the ring has been really impressive and has developed really more and more. I am glad that title is retired. And I'm not hating on the title. I respect it. I know some of you do not. I know because I heard you guys last week when I wasn't there, but I heard you guys. I heard you guys. You guys talking shit, man. Fuck that title. Like I get it. That's fine. But
non-existent imaginary title.
I'm just glad that he's retired and Taz was able to be there and his son handing him over the belt. All right, Dad, time to retirement. Because I feel besides here, us, and I'm pretty sure the IWC community kind of already mentioned it. You know what? It's not really a title. And I'm pretty sure they got it on Tony's fucking head. Like, you have too many titles. You got to get rid of some. And that's number one he got rid of, which is fine. And respectfully, folks, I'm not, people that are ECW fans, I know you are, Brother Nero, I'm not here disrespecting it. It needs to stay that way because
I didn't like it back in the day either. Don't worry.
All right. I'm just glad that that's gone. Now it's Hook's turn. All right. Give me fucking Hook and Jack Perry for that fucking TNT belt. Give me that shit. Why the hell not? Let's go with that. And build that fucking momentum because I think it'll be a great story between Hook and Jack Perry for that TNT belt. It will be told very well.
Hook was the last guy to beat him.
Right? There you go. Exactly. So that will really build the momentum for that storyline between them two at Wrestle Dream if it does happen. And I hope it does because I don't mind that story to be a trilogy because it helps both parties in the end. And it helps, the TNT belt especially. It helps Jack Perry and it helps Hook to develop more, winning or losing. So instead of us, when we saw him his debut and like, oh, what the hell? How you kicked out of this move and you got up out of nowhere? And no, he's not that monster that we saw from I get it. He's doing that out of respect from his father, like the same when he was in ECW, he made his debut, the same when he transitioned to Taz where he's at, the same. He's done that. I get that. But this is something for Hook to learn how to tell a story in the ring and outside of the ring through promos. And I'm looking forward to seeing if hopefully he does really goes after that belt. I think that will be perfect for those two men to go at it and make that title something more than what it is now. Now, with the, you got, man, give her a break, BK. Come on, BK. You got to give her a break. I know. And I'm with you on one thing. And I know you guys are going to give me shit on it. I have to disagree on it. The only thing I'll disagree is, okay, not Mariah, and I'm with Justin on this one. Since you give her the belt, what have you really done for her? Not much as of yet. I mean, not really much, Okay, my thing is give me a number one contendership to someone to go after this belt. Not just random women coming out and I want that. Okay, you can have that, however, but make it into like a number one contender type of matchup or tournament or something to make it more interesting. For her to be like, nah, you don't deserve this, you don't deserve it. Make her be like I hate to compare it to Monet, but in a way, that type of style, like, you don't kind of deserve this type of title. No, fuck all that shit. But at least make something. Willow, I'm sorry. Willow's going to be, and I love Willow. I respect Willow's talent, man. But she's going to be the one who's going to be kind of squashed in that direction, because this is what I see what's going to happen. Karma is going to happen to Mariah May. And you know who's going to bring that karma? It's, of course, your girl, TK. Who else? Why did she show up? Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I don't know who you are, but I'm still with you. Yeah. But wait until down the line. Yeah, let's celebrate. Bam, bitch. Now it's my turn. And she's going to be the face. And she's going to be the one going after Mariah May for that belt. Who knows? She might take the belt from her. I don't know. That I can't answer, because I have to see how the story develops. But I can see that karma, and I can see Toni Storm be like, haha, hey, I told you so. Or I wouldn't be surprised if, let's say, they're sitting down at a fucking table having a glass of wine, and they're looking at the screen, like, reminding me of the Shawn Michaels Stone Cold type of style. Like, remember when it was St. Valentine's Massacre, when he sat down with Shawn Michaels, and Papa Vinny was like, what the fuck? Then he gave him, in the Rumble or the title shot for Romania. Kind of the same thing here. I kind of see that similarity in this story. If they involve Toni Storm in this, kind of her helping her to get that title shot. And, but I see that I don't mind that. But I got
a good one for you with that whole situation. Actually have Mariah finally give us the celebration, because she keeps teasing this. I never got an AEW Women's Championship celebration. Well, how about you actually give her the celebration? And as her and Mina are in the ring, all of a sudden they're standing there, freaking drinks all over, just celebrating like crazy. And that's when Mariah reaches over, smashes a freaking champagne bottle over her head, picks up a microphone and looks down at her, and all of a sudden just goes, bitch, I saw you with Tony. Like, I would just be like, let's fucking go. That's your way to solve it.
Hell yeah.
I like that.
And then that way she turned on all her friends.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But you see, TK, you see, even right here, Sindel Taylor saying, give you the pencil. There you go. Put someone in charge of creative. Yes, there you go. Yes. You're like, this whole thing act just gets in the guards, and I'm sure. Yes. I get it. I'm with TK, the magic girl. Can't make her disappear.
Poor Yuka, man.
Tim Stats don't deserve
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you can't put Willow in the match after Seth beat her. First of all,
she literally beat Willow as CMLL champion and never got her title match. That means, by default, women's title match.
But you cannot put fucking Willow in the match when Seth just beat her.
That's where and I agree with that. That's where I'm at in the situation, because it's like, what the fuck are you just putting her in? She just, she lost. This should have been Statlander in this situation. Since Willow lost the belt, the CML women's title,
or let's do the
she lost it.
I like TK's idea with the triple threat. That would be a banger.
That'll be a banger there too. Then I'm with that too. A triple threat. I wouldn't mind that. Seeing Statlander, Willow, and Mariah May. Why not? I'm with that too. I wouldn't mind that. At least it gets. This is where Statlander should have came out. Then it would have been more like, okay, we're getting a triple threat. Maybe we'll probably get it the following week or the week two. We don't know that. Hopefully we do. Hopefully you guys are right. Hopefully we get that triple threat, and it'll make a lot more sense in that. So I'm with that. The tag team titles. Oh man, wow, that was a match of the night. That was a match of the night, match of the week. I even know Rod and Todd are not my favorite, even though they're from California, but it is what it is. And but they're not from LA. I know that. You guys are from Rancho Cucamongas. No disrespect to people who are listening from Rancho Cucamonga. I love you guys, but not those guys. Rod and Todd is different. But it was awesome match. I'll tell you that. It was an awesome match. I blame Dom. He got me calling him Rod and Todd now. So that's what I do.
Yay, super kicks.
Super kick. Yeah. The Redeemer needs
I know what you're talking about, Jordan. Let me tell you right now. You got to make sure that you conglomerate, dominate, and discombobulate. And then you got to...
He also spends doing everything about wrestling instead of doing a 2-minute breakdown. Early game should be how much does it cost to get a banger to do a swap bit?
I'll do it for free for sure.
Whoa.
FW was a prop anyways. The hook, the baddies in NXT are hold on, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to KGP. Can Hook succeed? I'll answer my question in a few. All of us will answer that question in a moment, Jordan. So that match was great. I enjoyed it. This is where I disagree, TK. I know you're saying no. I see him as heels. I do too, but no, I see them being the face and being the ones to really demolish the Elite with Okada, and I see them adding a fifth member in that Elite. I think they will. So far, they have 4, and don't be surprised if Don Callis decides to join the Elite and really manage them instead. I would not be surprised at that. I see Mark Davis come back, make the save, and then the reuniting of the United Empire. Konosuke Takeshita will be in the middleman. He's like, I don't know where to go. I don't know. They either go with Okada and the Elite and Don Callis. He's going to be over there on that side, or stay with the United Empire with Will Ospreay. And then, you know what? And Will Ospreay convinces him, you're my Aaron Hanare of America instead of New Japan. Here, you could be that person. And I could see Konosuke joining United Empire alongside with the return of Mark Davis, Kyle Fletcher, and Will Ospreay. And there you have your face of a faction right there that I wouldn't mind seeing them against the House of Black. I wouldn't mind seeing them going after besides the Elite. Anybody, any faction to them to go at it with that. I will be it'll be awesome to see. And I think they'll be great. And I think they could do that great in Ring of Honor too. They can really take that and go into Ring of Honor and mess with it, of course, with the Righteous, everything else out there. You could definitely do that with the return of Mark Davis. And that was something I can't wait. And I'm going to keep, and I said it, De Niro knows what I'm saying, that Mark Davis is a Stan Hansen to the fucking New Japan. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That man, we could go years back, De Niro and I, and Bagley, we covered that man in a fucking tournament. That motherfucker. Oh my God.
Dump truck.
Dump truck could go. So I see that happening. I see Don Callis going to turn his back on everyone, saying, fuck you guys. He's going to tell Konosuke, come on. Konosuke decides not to. And then he gets his shot at Okada at Wrestle Dream, which fucking Tony Khan, make that happen. Make this happen. You don't have that much time to announce this matchup. You got to do it. So you got to make that happen. Wrestle Dream, give me Okada and Konosuke Takeshita. I've heard that for the Continental belt. It means that because that you gotta give Konosuke now a run for that belt. That's the one you should give him. And what am I? I can't wait. MVP, on the other hand, I was surprised. I know people are gonna be like, why? I'm like, nope. I wasn't. You know what?
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
I was not surprised. I'm not. I was just like, all right, you're here. All right. What are you going to do? You the hurt of pain, the pain of hurtness, or what is it going to be? You can't call it the hurt business because they trademark it. So you can't really do much.
They just trademarked the Hurt Syndicate.
Which
the
Hurt Syndicate.
Okay. Well, there you go. I like it, Syndicate. Why not? It's cool. Do we see Lashley? Yes. Do we see Shelton? Maybe. I know he'll be competing in Japan that I know of, but who knows if it's going to happen or not. But I know he's been doing independent circuit. But okay, if they decide to, do I see, Swerve turning? Maybe. It'll be sucks for Nana. I wouldn't mind. I'm 50-50 in that story, to be honest with you guys, because it's like, fuck, it sucks because he just took Swerve out of this fucking picture of the title run, not getting a rematch. And yes, I know he's recovering from the injury from Hangman Page. And you're literally putting him into another story like, where the fuck's his rematch? Yeah. That's where I'm at with it. That's what kind of hurts me in a way. But I get it because it's still different stories. So that's where that's just me from the heart. But mindful business-wise, I understand why. That's why I'm 50-50. So I get it. I'm not disagreeing on that. I guess I'm looking forward to how that's going to turn out to be, seeing Lashley attacking Swerve or attacking Nana, making, hey, you know what? Yeah, come join us. Come join the Herd Syndicate. Okay, and we'll see if he does. If he does, it'll be very intriguing to see. I want to see how they're going to build it. I'm very interested. But I feel bad for Nana, though, because what are you going to do with him? Like, what? Wow. Fuck it, put him in the coronation.
But see, Poppy,
oh my God,
Poppy,
yes. Yes. Yes.
What if Nana turns on Swerve and
I don't see that
joins up.
happening.
Because think about it, not as a natural heel. Sure, the dance got him over, but the dance he did it as a heel. He didn't do that as a babyface fucking
word.
like right.
I
Like
get
would
that.
Nana turn on Swerve? I don't know. I think that might be more.
He's always been a sneaky little guy, right? I mean, Embassy and Ring of Honor going way back in the day. He's always been a heel. So this is like the first time I ever seen Prince Nana as a babyface. If you think about it, so I can see that happening too.
I like the idea of putting him in the conglomeration, though. If Nana is going to lose Swerve, put him in the conglomeration.
Hell yeah!
Just Mark Briscoe talking about him the whole time. We got Papa Nana over here hanging out here with the conglomeration. I hope we can bring back Big Tom or something like that. I'd be like, let's go.
If you're real though, the conglomeration, like we haven't brought up the trios titles, all right? But the conglomeration, Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Orange Cassidy should unequivocally be the next trios champions. Of
yes. Yes.
Right? Like
I'm with you. I think we might see that happening, maybe because we will just. But I'm gonna hold that thought when we get to the main event because I got a premonition that maybe
premonition.
I'll hold myself on that. But other than that, I mean, I yes, no. The other thing, including I want to include this quick because we did see that as well. That I don't know, the Roger Todd decided to put a picture of them and Shane on the airport. I wonder why. See, that's where it's like, okay, why do we see a picture of you? No, please, God.
That motherfucker been signed for months now.
That's what I'm thinking too. That he's been signed. He's been signed for months already.
Telling you, ever since that picture we saw of him and Tony, there's got to be something.
Yeah,
I think even before that. I think it was before that when people were saying Shane McMahon was asking questions about AEW. I'm sure that was already just dropping.
Yeah, more than likely.
I mean, I have my theory about it. I think that this was their way to secure the deal with TBS and TNT. Like, hey, look, the ratings might be down, but we're trying something different. We're bringing in a McMahon because we know when the WWE was for sale before Endeavor bought it.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Warner Media wanted to buy the WWE, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that was the whole thing. So here they are. They get to keep AEW, but they still get to work with a McMahon. I mean, I think that was their way to gain confidence with
could be
Warner Brother Discovery.
Makes a lot of sense.
That does make sense. It does, especially like with a name like that. Then you're like, oh shit, all right. Then there's a sale there. So this could be, you're right about that. And not only that, but also with HBO Max, now that we it looks like the deal's going to be done. That Bleacher's no longer going to have pay-per-views.
Oh, he was alluding to that shit all fucking night last night.
Yeah.
Every time he came out between shows, he was like, and I hope you guys got a Max subscription. Like, all right, Tony.
Do you think Tony? Do you think Tony when he met?
For real,
do you think Tony when he met with Warner? Do you think he showed up and was like, "We have a McMahon on the contract, and it does say McMahon, Shane McMahon." I was gonna be like, "Do you think he quoted that shit to them like a fucking weirdo?"
God, if he does, I hope he does not do that shit.
I hope he did not do that.
If Shane McMahon is bought in, right? Say he is officially signed. I really, really hope that's not just as a talent. Because I feel like having a McMahon backstage could bring some much needed structure to AEW.
I've been saying that the whole time. Just keep him backstage.
I agree. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with Shane being backstage. I think he belongs more there than on television. There's no hate on him. It's just really more, he had ideas of what he wanted to do, but Vince, of course, did not allow it. And I feel that hopefully Tony Khan could allow him to do certain ideas here that I'm invested to see what he's going to do with his featured talent, because they're all majority of them are under 30 or barely in the mid-30s. They're not over that. There's not all of them, but some of them. But I feel that he could do something with that talent and give him my creative ideas entertainment-wise besides the ring. I don't think Shane could get involved in the ring performance. I see more him getting involved in the entertainment side of it, of telling better stories and more of, hey, promos, say this. Why don't you just react this way? Or how do you I can see that from Shane.
Yeah, I agree.
That I can see that because I saw like busted open. I saw Darby's comment about the promos and creativity. How he pretty much broke it down. He kind of revealed it there that there's no creative team there. He's just like, well, just throw a promo and you just talk. So that was on his own. That's how you could tell that. Shit, they need a team of how to tell promos. So why not have Shane McMahon to help on that direction to get the audiences more invested of the product with promos? I say that because of, I'm not speaking. I may be speaking for myself as well, and I don't know if maybe for you guys, you have your opinions. But I feel that that's the only lack that AEW has is like a storytelling, and more promos. That hasn't. There's been some promos that have been hell yeah, awesome, but there's some promos like the fuck is this shit?
I agree. Yeah.
That's what
I just want to see.
I feel like they've been better with the stories lately.
They have been better with the stories. I was gonna say that. I feel like they're better with the stories, but I feel like they don't know how to, tighten those screws sometimes. I feel like they leave their stories a little too vague. And they still have the issue that I've been saying for years, that they are not too good with reminding people why these things are happening. Or for like example, like the Nigel Bryan, right? I know they had shit on YouTube. I know they showed shit on Collision. But there should be no reason why we don't tell the story of Nigel and Bryan on Dynamite. You know what I mean? That was their flagship show. That's where most of their ratings are coming in, is Dynamite. You should use that, especially if it's going to be on Dynamite Grand Slam. You should use the Dynamites leading up to it to say why this is an important matchup that has to happen, whether, you think it should happen or not. This is why it has to happen. Their last battle was in New York. We never thought we were going to get this again. Here we are 15 years later, almost to the month, right? Actually, I think it was the month. I believe they had the last match in 2009 in September.
Week, bro. It was to the fucking week.
Yep.
No one ever even mentioned that shit.
That's why they had to tell the story. No.
That's the issue. That's the only issue I have with that story. Just they didn't really give that much development towards it, besides the shit talking him and commentating. But there really wasn't much. It just, I said it last week on the comments when Justin and Tim and Bakley were on. My thing is like that I get upset is like you putting Bryan. I get it. He's a world champion, but you're putting him into like 3 fucking stories here into one. You got a commentator who wants his revenge. He wants to fucking have a match with him. You got Mr. Cashin who almost cashed in, with Bryan and Nigel, but of course Kip Sabian saved him. Which I see Kip Sabian joining the fucking faction. I see that happening. And somebody's telling me that Kip Sabian's going to join that faction because they're not doing shit with him. So it might as well just have him join that faction. And then you have this story, which is the main event, which now I could talk about it. But I'll let you guys, do it. But
Bobby, guys, see the thing on Shane McMahon really quick. The only acceptable Shane McMahon on-screen character that would be okay to me is if he comes out in a deep V white shirt and he's behind what Moxley is doing. And it sounds, I don't care, but it sounds lame as fuck. But you want to pull back. What was the best story of all time in wrestling? It was the NWO. If you want to pull back that NWO layer of fucking television that you can pull back, Shane McMahon has come in and this is not your company anymore. And Moxley will win. We'll talk about it in the main event. Moxley's the figurehead, all right? And you got Claudio, and you got Pac, and maybe they fucking get Private Party, or maybe they fucking beat Hook into it, and they just start beating people into this new group, and it's a hostile takeover, and Shane's behind it. This is the only acceptable Shane McMahon, period. Otherwise, I love you, Shane. You've always been great. Way better than you ever should have been in ring. He was. But stay away. There's no.
You wouldn't be down to see the Mean Street Posse versus the Elite?
I wouldn't.
I would die if I would laugh my fucking ass off.
Right there.
I would laugh my ass off if the first time that gets announced ever, and the first thing we see on Dynamite is Dynamite Underground. I'm gonna fucking die.
No. I see more, but I see more Shane make an agreement with the Elite of having spreading the show, him running Collision, and then having him be like, okay, I run Collision and that I am this, and then he turns the things around, and then have like former WWE stars besides Bryan. Bryan will be just more like in the middleman against both, and be like, screw you both, and we're having Shane, having like Lashley, having Moxley, having a MVP and all of that, and then having them really facing an AEW original faction. And this is where we have the Elite going over Shane's faction. Pretty much kind of like as much as it's competition, folks. So I can see that Tony Khan could do something like that and really be like fucking sending AEW to go along with them. I see the Elite joining on Shane's side, and then that's when either the power of creative and everything will be on the line. Winner takes all, the end of worlds right there, and Tony Khan's team wins, and AEW is right here on top.
We did see Mox a couple weeks ago acknowledge the Elite and say, "Hey, you guys are good kids" or whatever, or some shit. Like, it makes sense. Ivan, you've been writing the show the whole time, motherfucker.
The Hurt awesome.
I wish.
Great call with Shane, Mox, Claudio Pack, Bobby, Sheldon, Hobbs. I mean, he doesn't fit that group, but you know.
But I see more the Elite joining that faction.
Wardlow, fucking bring Wardlow in some fucking muscle. Do something with Wardlow.
I see that happening. It could happen that direction, but now we can talk about the main event. All right. I'm just gonna go very quick before I pass to you. My thing is really more great match, by the way. I'm not gonna say it was a fantastic match. I like how his arm got stuck right there into the pole. That was scary. Looked very creepy as fuck. Man, I gotta give it to Darby taking that, Death Rider from the top. Shit. Oh, that shit. I cringed when I saw that. Oh my god, just the impact. I know you were there live, I'm pretty sure you heard the impact. You were like, oh my god, damn.
If you thought that was bad, the sound when he splatted on the floor when he hit the dive and miss.
Oh, when he hit the dive and miss, Jesus.
Man, that shit sounded nasty.
Oh, I don't know how this man could take it, but man, cool. I commend that man. But it sucks for him to lose this. But I'm gonna say what I think might happen. But great match, though. I'll tell you that. And then we did see Brian and that. Oh yeah, we did. We want a war. I declare war. We'll kick your fucking head in. And, all right. We see that. Wrestle Dream. We kind of predicted it was going to happen. But I want to hear Brother Nero's thoughts on this one. And what do you predict of this? How's it going to end? And where do you see Christian Cage in this situation as well? Because he's Mr. Quote on that, Money in the Bank, but really more of the, hey, winner of the Battle Royal, what he could catch in at any time. And the weird part about it, just before you started, I apologize. Like he has to sign a fucking paper. What the fuck? That's what I'm fucking thrown off right
Yeah,
there.
I was dying when Kip just went behind him and took the pen and ran off.
I was like, why a fucking paper? Why out of all things? Like,
shouldn't that contract already be signed? Like, you haven't signed it yet?
Right? That doesn't make no sense, Christian.
Steal that from you and then sign it. Now they get the title shot, right?
Exactly. It makes no sense, man.
What kind of shit is that?
Exactly. It does not make sense. Tony Khan, what the fuck is this? Like, what is this?
That's fucking bullshit.
Oh, you bullshit, Tony Khan. This is not right. I know you're trying to be different than WWE, but no, why? No, just have him run with that shit already signed, and there you go. Now, hold on, let me sign it. Like,
literally every company that has done something with a contract in a case or anything like that has it fucking signed beforehand.
Bro, TNA does that when they have what is it
Feast or Fired.
Yes.
Yeah. Imagine he comes running all the way down to the ring, and then they're like, wait, you haven't signed it yet. Like, shit, someone give me a pen.
Doesn't count until you sign it.
That's what I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get it, but floor is yours, Brother Nero. Take it away, brother.
The main event was great. Darby and Mox had a hell of a matchup. I really like what Mox is doing with Marina Shafir also, because that was someone who's just lost in the shuffle. Now she's like his China, which is really cool. I like it a lot. I like the whole presentation lately of Moxley, the BCC. I agree with everybody though. Like I don't know why this is the route that we went. I personally wouldn't even have had Mox attack Brian at All Out. I would have had Mox attack Brian after the match with Darby. Like, go that route. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But in the end, I thought the matchup was great. I personally would have liked to see another side of Darby, right? This is the same Darby that we've been getting for the last 5 years. I think it would have been really interesting if Darby actually sat down and had a conversation with Moxley. He said he looked at Moxley as one of his idols. He wanted to be like Moxley, right? So why wouldn't he give him the time of day when Moxley said, hey, I want to talk to you, right? I think it would have been cool if Moxley tried to recruit him into the BCC and like have him as like his protege. But I don't know. Now it's like, what do you do with Darby? I mean, Darby went from supposed to have a title matchup, number one contender, to losing that now. And now we're going with Moxley and Bryan. I personally think that there's a good chance that Mox beats Bryan, right? And I know you have the whole story of when Bryan loses that title, he retires. That's his last match when he loses. But you have the loophole of him having to come back and try to get revenge if you do indeed have Shane McMahon screw Bryan over and have Mox win. Because I, from the jump, thought when Moxley came out and told Tony Schiavone, this is not your company anymore, or Tony, this is not, I instantly thought this is how they're bringing in Shane. So I still think that Shane is going to be a part of the story. I think you also have the loophole of Moxley winning the title and Bryan now saying, well, yeah, I was going to retire, but like, I'm not going to go out like that. Like, I'm not going to get screwed as my last match. And then you could have him, you know, wrestle or try to get revenge, and you can prolong this whole final countdown tour, whatever the fuck you're calling it that he's on. I think that that's how you give it legs. But the match itself, like if you just want to talk about main event, quality of the matchup was really good. I thought that these guys always had chemistry with each other. I think they wrestled a couple times before, like 3 or 4 times. They always had great matches. This was no different.
Okay. All right, Redeemer. Floor is yours, brother.
So yeah, I thought the main event was awesome. Again, I'm with De Niro. I thought it's disappointed on how we got to this point, like especially how like they kind of fucked up with the whole Moxley thing right now by having him say what he said and then completely backtracked on it. But yeah, the match was awesome. I do agree. Darby, we have just seen basically the same old Darby. It's just watch Darby take ridiculous and absolutely sickening bumps, and he'll start making a comeback. It's basically the same Darby we always see. I do think that this could be something, though, where you can start building Darby up again. I think this is what you could end up doing with this. Like, if I truly believe that Moxley is going to beat Bryan. I really do. I think this is what basically we've been setting up with Bryan on his way out and Moxley just seemingly on the moment where he's going to, like, basically seemingly he wants to be the one to end Bryan. I think it's going to happen where Moxley's going to end up beating him. But in the process of this, you have to build Darby up. I say this is Darby wanting to get full-on revenge on Moxley, because just think, Moxley's beat him twice now. Darby hasn't beaten him once yet. So if you build Darby up to eventually beat Moxley for the world title, that's when Darby now gets his moment. But then you still got Christian looming in there, which honestly I could see them doing some bullshit where Darby gets his moment beating Mox, and then Christian steals it from him, and now Darby's got to chase Christian, which
we've
calling it now.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I have a feeling it's going to happen. I have a feeling. I have a bad feeling. It's just they're going to want Christian to hold that world title so they can get some more big freaking like build for the title all the time. Like, honestly, I don't see an issue with Darby then having to pull double to like chase, like, oh, I built up and I beat Moxley. Now I got to go beat Christian. Like, shouldn't be that hard. Darby beating Christian in the end would be the thing. I do think that the focus should be get Darby the world championship. Do not just make it be like, but I do think the whole thing is going to be right now, Moxley's main focus is ending Bryan. And I think it's going to end up happening. I can see it happening. And just from there, it's going to be, don't drop the ball on Darby at this point, because I see others, like I said, we talked about this the last time. Do we see Darby as world champion? I do. I see Darby being a world champion because the guy is beloved. He's an OG. Like, I could see him winning the world title and people getting behind him because the matches he has are insane. He's really good at telling a story. Like, people want to back him all the time. So I could see this just going that route and just be, in the end, building up Darby. That's the main focus in the end.
Banger. What do you got for us, baby?
That's it. It's fucking spot on. It's exactly what we discussed last week. First of all, I want to give De Niro a big shout out for the Bryan comment. I'd never thought about that. Maybe Bryan does say, fuck this, I'm coming back, fuck you. I don't think that's the case. I think that the reason we're getting 5 Brian stories right now is because he's going and we're just trying to get all the Brian
all in there at once.
That's what was going on. But I love that call out, De Niro. Justin, I mean, we talked about this last week. First of all, the main event was a great match. Moxley was winning. I talked about it earlier when I talked about it. The whole thing made no sense, but here's why it makes sense. And I really deep dove into it last week. Darby Allin is not ready to be world champion right now. Here in October of 2024, I'm sorry. With that roster, Darby Allin is not world champion. However, in March of 2025, after 6 months of fighting the new BCC, Sting is world champion.
My man Lennox.
It's good, Lennox.
What's good, Lennox? I
like that.
If Christian wants to hold this stupid fucking contract and cash in on Darby at Revolution the night that Darby fucking wins the world title a year after Sting retired, and yes, Sting will help Darby win that belt that fucking night.
Let's go.
Wrong, all right? What's up, Tammy? Hope you're having a good night.
We are the 4 Horsemen of podcasting.
Let's go.
Yes, baby. I love it.
But Sting will help Darby win the title at Revolution. The whole story is for Darby. This whole thing is for Darby. Like, I solemnly believe that this whole thing is because they want to get Darby to the level of world champion. And Darby, sure, you can put the belts on him now, but is Darby Allin giving you fucking ratings on TV? No, not yet. But if Sting, a.k.a. Darby, comes out and fucking takes Hogan, a.k.a. Moxley, and the NWO, a.k.a. the BCC fucking down, all right, that builds him up in big fucking ways, all right?
I love that.
Yes.
Wins the world title at Revolution 2025, all right? Sting helps him get the belt. They celebrate in the ring together. Christian should never hold this title. I don't want the whole, like, this is again where Christian should have never won this shit. It should have been fucking, I don't know, Nigel should have won it and cashed in at fucking Grand Slam. And
it would have made sense.
Got the title match. Christian, sure, I get what you're doing. I get the story. No one cares. I get you both. Bobby and Justin both said he should win the world title and do the. But do we really need Alberto Del Rio to CM Punk? Do we really need Sheamus?
No, I don't want Christian to win the world title. I do not.
Darby. Why do we need to have that happen again to them? If he goes through 6 months of beating BCC ass, I don't need Christian to slither his way in and take that belt from him. But the main event was fire. Brian coming out after and fucking getting his hands on Mox was great. Claudio and Pat getting involved with it. Could we do any better than Private Party and Commander, though? Like, could we just do better? Like, no disrespect to Private Party and Commander. I love Private Party. And maybe it's just the Commander thing with them that makes it not okay to me. But can we do better? Can we do better?
Nigel, like you said before, that would have been an amazing moment. Nigel helps Brian fight off the BCC.
And the night comes back after the start of the show.
Full circle.
That would have been wonderful.
Oh, damn it. It should have been him and Chris Hero fucking coming back. Oh, my God.
Bruh.
Give me Chris Hero and fucking Claudio. Oh, my.
Give you the
Kings
mic.
of Wrestling going at it with each other.
Let me just clarify one time though. Like, I don't want Christian to win the world title. I really don't want to see Christian as world champion, but I know that they're going to fucking do it because of the fact that the character is so fucking popular.
It is. It's just so.
Gato, shut up.
I know it's not necessary. It's not necessary. It's not needed. Nobody wants to see Christian win the world title, but they're gonna put it on fucking Christian because of the fucking he's our father figure fucking nonsense, and that's it.
Look, hey, there's only
Gato, shut up. I'm sorry, Ivan. You had me.
I know. I'm like, Gato, shut up. No, we don't want no Christian. No.
Gato, shut the hell up.
No, I love you, Gato. But I'm glad Tyler has to take over the booking. Oh my God. I know, fucked up, right? People are listening. Sorry, Gato. There's 2 scenarios in this one which I want to add into this scenario, which I was saving for it. And okay, I agree with you guys. I see Moxley taking the belt away from Brian. And guess who's gonna fucking fuck it up? Of course, Wheeler fucking you. And this is how Wheeler Yuta is gonna be like, hey, it was me all along, Brian.
Oh no, not the higher power.
I see fucking Wheeler fucking
You need JR on commentary to be like, oh, son of a bitch.
Yes, exactly.
Right? Please.
Oh, you son of a bitch. And I'm
I hope
like,
he goes full higher expletive on there. I hope he just
see
like
that
as soon as Wheeler fucking does it, I hope freaking JR drops a motherfucker on commentary.
Give him the Triple H treatment. Why? Tell me why.
Tell
You
me
son of a
why!
bitch!
Tell me why. I can see that happening. Fucking Wheeler in the middle of the matchup. Referee's knocked out. I see someone in a fucking in a hoodie on. Oh shit, because it'd be Shane. Everybody would think it'll be Shane or Christian. Somebody. No, it turns out a Wheeler fucking Yuta, and he fucking was the one attacked Brian. He kind of like knew what was his weakness because he was there seeing him in the hospital and watch him recover. That's your story. That
I'll tell you what, not to cut you off, Ivan, but if you have the crowd thinking that it's going to be someone like Shane McMahon and the guy who reveals himself under the hood is Wheeler Yuta, I say right now that's going to go over like a fart in church, man. It's going to be like,
We're fucking hard.
But if Wheeler does like grab Brian's ankle or something, and then Moxley hits him with the Death Rider, and Wheeler was like, "Suck my dick, bitch." Sorry. I like that. I like that call, Poppy.
Wheeler just pulling out plastic bags, handing it over.
I know, right? I feel like that might happen there too. Like, here's the plastic bag. Like, fuck. Tempo, run bag. Evening, boys. Nice and right on my birthday. Thank you. That's right. I know. Happy birthday, by the way. Hoping for much love. Bienvenidos de nuevo, dinero. Welcome back. He said Spanish. You know Spanish, right? I can tell you. You know Spanish.
I appreciate it, though.
Poquito. I know you know. I don't like your nonsense, Redeemer. Oh, damn.
Hey, listen. Tony says I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit, and you don't like my nonsense. Well, guess what? He's going to take this shit, and you're going to take my nonsense.
KCP, that's what I was going to get to. I was going to get to that because as much as Christian Cage has to be the transitional one. Let's say, or the second scenario could happen in this case. Let's say Christian decides to cash it in, is the one with the hoodie on. Let's say there's two of them with the hoodies on. And Wheeler turns back on Brian. Someone else fucking hits both of them. Christian is the one with the hoodie on, cashes in, gets his fucking title, runs it all the way, and instead of World's End, like how Samoa Joe did the same to MJF, take the belt, we can have Christian do it earlier at Wrestle Dream, hold it until Revolution, have a triple threat match, Moxley, Darby, and Christian Cage, and both Darby wins the belt. Then you're gonna have a match of one-on-one Darby and Moxley, and Darby will actually win and get his momentum as a champion. Because you're right, this story is built for Darby. Because he is one of the first guys that were signed in AEW. So that's why he's a pillar for a reason. So this story kind of makes sense why he's more developed on him. And also keep in mind that where's Brian from and where is Darby from?
Washington.
There you go.
There you go.
So what better way to build it? And not only that, if we pay attention to the story, and you correct me if I'm wrong, Dino, and Redeemer, this is more like, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Surfer Sting kind of era when Surfer was, okay, you're going to get the title shot, but you're not. But he's not really, he wasn't. Then he ended up getting it. He ended up winning it when he was Surfer Sting before he became what he was, the style. I mean, am I wrong on that? I mean, it's almost similar.
Nah, yeah, you're right. Great American Bash, 91.
There you go.
So they are basically doing the whole Sting route for Darby, which would be fucking amazing.
It's amazing because it's not just because, they just want to take a great storyline and give it to, you have the connection with Sting being Darby's idol. Sting being Darby's teacher. It's a great way to rerun some of these old storylines that worked back in the day. So I like it.
Shane to be Bischoff, Moxley's Hogan. You got Pac and Claudio as Hall and Nash.
Yeah, right. I can see that shit happening.
It's fucking Buff and Norton and Steiner. All right, like you got some fucking substance, okay?
It ain't gonna be you, Gato. No,
it's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me. No, it's not with bloody hands. No, they're trying so hard to make it Wheeler useless as a star. Not really. I see that he might turn his back on Brian. I see that. I still see it happening. JR, why? Tell me fucking why. I know. Right. Oh, Tammy. Oh, come on. Shut up, Redeemer. More Jericho on my TV makes Max happy. P.S.
I'm calling a tree cutting service, just so that you know.
I think that's where I think the story could be heading. But I mean, you guys tell me, this is a fucking mixture story, though, and they go all into one. I'll give him credit though. You're right though. You know, Tim Delorean that they're telling stories. I'm not disagreeing. The only one that here got me like, all right, now you got me somewhere now because look at what we're talking about exactly. Because now it's like a fucking soap opera, really. Like where direction this belt is gonna go to? What direction is Brian's title of career gonna end? How is it gonna end? Which I still digress should have been Nigel, you know, having his last matchup. I hope they have a rematch. I hope so at World's Ends. Have a rematch and Nigel beats Brian and Nigel, you know, starts go and then have Brian there. You deserve this win, buddy.
Honestly, it doesn't have to be Brian though to do it. Imagine like literally Darby beating the guy who is basically the face of the fucking company. It's Jon Moxley.
Jon Moxley is the fucking not basically. Jon Moxley is the ace. Jon Moxley is the biggest free agent signing in AEW history. Jon Moxley is the best wrestler in AEW's history, bar none. Not fucking close. Not close.
Darby beating him is huge.
Go all the way to the first show, Double or Nothing, 2019. How we ended.
Yeah.
Jon Moxley.
That
was a huge moment.
Him, $6 million from day one. He is him. He is
so when CM Punk went down with the injury, look what happened there. Who'd they give the title to in a squash? Jon Moxley.
Mox always been the anchor to hold it down. Always.
Man is the fucking
existence of AEW. And every time they gave him the title, he never disappointed. So
when in doubt, hit the Mox button. That's how it goes.
Mox, the impromptu Summer of Mox was the interim Summer of Mox, which was a
fucking awesome.
I love him. But it was a bullshit title to call Mox. He was the goddamn champion, all right?
Those matches with Lionheart?
Come on.
And to add on Tammy's comment here, I'm with you. That's the other scenario that I may have too, Tammy, because I feel that maybe Darby decides to go after Christian for his fucking cash-in. And let's say he decides to beat Christian for it. And then uses that cash-in officially say, I'm cashing in at World's End. Let's say if Brian decides actually beats Moxley. Let's say if it is going to happen between Brian and Darby at World's End, and Brian passes the torch to Darby there. Two Washington there, you know, natives right there. That could be the last scenario out of these stories. I wouldn't mind seeing that, to be honest. I'm just saying. But
the only reason why I disagree with Tammy here is if you have just Bryan Danielson losing the title to Darby Allin, you're kind of taking away from Darby Allin's moment, even though he becomes champion, because you'll also have the big moment of this is Bryan's last match. So you'll probably have the whole moment of Bryan in the ring, everyone clapping. Thank you, Bryan. Thank you, Bryan. You need to have Darby have that moment. If he's the world champion, it can't be overshadowed by someone retiring.
I agree. Then I agree with that. That's why this one makes it tough. There's so many scenarios in this fucking story that it makes it really. But I said, let me get golf clap, Tony Khan. Golf clap, Tony Khan. You're giving me a fucking story now. Thank God you've been listening to the rest of the DeLorean and here because we've been fucking digressing for you to fucking tell us stories.
That motherfucker's ignoring the shit out of me, man. You know how many times I've been trying to get this guy on the DeLorean hitting up AEW's PR team and shit? Stop.
You know how well that fucking work, bro? You know how many times we call him bullshit? We will never get him on anything.
What do you
I be trying to pull my rep strings and all that. I try to like get the reps from SiriusXM. Like, yo, can we get Tony Khan? Oh,
it's like getting hired by him to work backstage. We would never work because it would last about like whole 30 seconds before somebody called him bullshit.
I just want to talk to him. I just want a little chat. Just a little chit chat. Come on, Tony.
You gonna call him bullshit though, please?
Hold on. I got it.
I'm serious. I'm not gonna sit back and take this fucking shit.
Guess what, Tony? Have a nice big steaming freaking hot bowl of bullshit.
I was actually waiting for De Niro to do it too. Like, I waited for him to do it.
Oh, what? Your bullshit, Tony Khan? Oh, your bullshit, Tony Khan. Dude, I'm rusty.
You know what though? I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, and as much as we dog Tony Khan, let's thank Tony Khan because
I'll tell you this right now.
We just spent an hour and a half talking about something that fucking wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Tony Khan.
100%. Now he came out between shows and even before the show yesterday, and I was clapping. You know what I mean? Like there was a big thank you, Tony chant.
As there should be. Your booking sucks. You're bullshit, but thank you for giving us a fucking alternative. All right.
Yeah.
No, I'll always thank him for more wrestling.
The original better. All right,
I'll always thank him for more wrestling. I'll just always call him bullshit when he needs to be.
Is WWE as good as it is now if there's no competition?
No, hell no.
Not at all.
There isn't.
Probably not. No.
No, it's why it is right now is because of Tony Khan and AEW.
100%.
You know what? Do you have one more segment before you leave? One more segment?
Yeah.
Okay. But on this one, like this was, but yeah, all of you guys hit it on point. Very true. Tony Khan, that's what I say, golf clap, because even though you banned us, of course, from your media scrum, because I know you don't want me there because you're afraid I'm going to say you're bullshit, Tony Khan. You're afraid of me saying that. It's fine. I'm not going to do it. But if the day it comes that you do allow us, then I won't be there. I'll let either De Niro, I'll let either Redeemer or anybody. I won't be there. I'll make it. I'll stay in the back. I won't shut the fuck up, and because I'm pretty sure we looked at me eye to eye, Tony Khan, you'll be like, I know who you are. And especially if I run into fucking Alvarez, you know I'm gonna fucking end up punching him in the face. I don't want to get arrested. I probably will do that.
He's gonna throw a chair at Alvarez.
No.
Hey, you know who I ran into, Ivan? I ran into Double J Jeff Jarrett yesterday. Honestly,
God.
no.
Oh, for the love of
all jokes aside, I swear to God, right?
After you sign your figure, because I'm pretty sure you took your figure for that reason, did you?
I opened the figure. You know what I mean? I had to open it. Like I saw it said breakable guitar. I wanted to see how, right? So,
all right.
But
I fucking love you. I miss
yes.
You. Oh my God.
No, honestly, real talk though. Like I'm walking back to the parking lot right after the show, and the parking lot was all the way in the back, so it was like where the wrestlers was letting you out. I saw like the big bus. I saw Satnam Singh going on the bus. I saw Hangman Page texting. I took a picture of Hangman just texting somebody, right? And then I see as I'm walking, I'm like looking on my phone, right? I'm talking to my wife, and all of a sudden I see Jeff Jarrett go into the car. So I had to quickly was like, hey, Double J, right? And then he quickly gave me a handshake. I thought it was dope. I was like, hey, man, I wanted to get him on video saying hi to Ivan, but but yeah, here's Hangman just texting. Just
there you go.
I love that picture.
I love that picture.
You said that in the chat. I loved it. I was like, holy shit, it's freaking Hangman.
Yeah, because the way the parking Arthur Ashe is really like weird, right? So you have the stadium, and then you have all this outer shit and all like the parking lots, and it's just really weird. Like to get to the parking lot, you have to go through layers and layers of of Arthur Ashe. So where I was like had to go get the car, it was like right by where like the production trucks were and like the opening. So it was really cool to like see that little side of it.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad you had a good time, and
Appreciate
glad you had
it.
a fantastic time, man. But even though no spoilers, folks. No, if you're don't please just enjoy wrestling and watch it. How Dom says, if you're enjoying wrestling, if it's not your cup of tea, let someone else drink it. Because don't spoil. No collision, none of that.
Exactly.
Enjoy it. De Niro won't do it for you guys because De Niro wants you guys to enjoy wrestling like he did.
Mm-hmm.
He enjoyed Collision. He watched it. He was like, "Oh my God." There's a lot of Rampage and Collision has a stat card. I saw it already, but we'll jump into that. But what I wanted to talk about before I do, Temple, what are you saying here? I said will we get Hook to retire TW title and give it back to the father? Who's next? That's what I said earlier, Temple. You missed it. We said that earlier.
So good though.
Yes, Christian do the Edge like WWE first came catching them after Mox and Darby, have a heel Texas Death Match, but have Brian lose this soon on his run. I don't know.
Yeah, I said it before. I don't think Brian's run is going to be long. I don't
see it either. That's a bit of one. And now let's talk some WWE now, folks.
Let's go.
It's
coming.
It's Nettie week. One for Raw and for NXT. I gotta do it. Fuck. I want to talk about Raw very quick.
I actually may have to go in a couple minutes, but I do want to give my thoughts on both Raw and SmackDown because
let's go.
Yeah. Well, fuck it. The floor is yours. Take it away.
Raw was good. SmackDown was good. See ya. Nah.
That would have been hysterical. I would have probably just been like, "That's it,"
and just like sign out, right?
I've been like, "The show is done. That's it. Greatest show ever."
Hit you with that Chris Kennedy that he would just drop a little soundbite and just but starting out with SmackDown real quick. I gotta say the main story coming out of SmackDown was that picture perfect, beautiful cinematic masterpiece between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. That was amazing. That shit was like straight out of like the Fast and Furious series. Like amazing drama and just the way they were able to build it up, the cinematic. I don't know who wrote it. I know there was people who were saying Jeremy Borash was the one who like produced it. Other people were saying it was Paul Heyman. I do think that this was Borash because this was very reminiscent of what Borash would do with like the broken Matt Hardy character back in TNA.
There it is.
Yeah, so I do think it was Borash, and I just gotta say, like, this got me so hyped for Bad Blood, and I really am intrigued to see. After seeing this, I would not be mad if we get a third year of Roman and Cody. This time the roles are in reverse. Roman feels like he has to beat Cody. Roman has to finish his story. I think that this was really able to set up something really nice in the future. So SmackDown, it was a good show, but gosh, that fucking segment just stole the show. And for Raw has been fucking banging. Like, I fucking loved Raw. And, after months and months, years and years and years of building Jey Uso, it is so nice that this man finally got a singles title, man. Like, that was an awesome moment to see him get emotional in the crowd, and I couldn't be happier. Like, that was well deserved. I hope that they give him a good run. I hope he's not transitional. I don't think you should, take this title off Jey Uso anytime soon. Have him hold that shit all the way to Mania. I think that Jey Uso deserves this in every sense of the word. He is the most over guy in the WWE, bar none. I know people say Cody, like, go to the crowd. Like, I'll tell you this right now. The way people are yeeting, it's a lot more than the way people are saying, whoa. So he had to reward him. And I'm glad that they did reward him because he deserves it. So, I mean, overall, Raw and SmackDown were both good. I didn't get a chance to check out NXT. Life's been a little harder to sit down and watch wrestling with two little ones, but it's been a really good run for what WWE is doing going into Bad Blood. I'm very excited.
Okay, I'm gonna hold myself, but all right, Redeemer, take it away.
So yeah, SmackDown, honestly, I thought was awesome. Like, I don't know what it is. It feels like a whole different show now since it's moved off of Fox. Because like I said, Fox to me just felt like they were sabotaging the show for the longest time. As soon as we moved to USA, yeah, we still get the censored crowd when they start, chanting like holy shit and stuff like that. But other than that, like, I still think it's actually gotten better now. Like, LA Knight and Andrade, fucking awesome. You could tell though at the end though, there was a little bit of freaking like anger in LA Knight after what happened there. Like, he was definitely pissed off. The Cody and Roman thing is absolutely the thing that just like the biggest talking point about the whole show, really, because that shit is just so well done. I don't know who the hell actually did. Like, again, like you said, JB did it, and so did Heyman, having some insight on it. It's either way, it was done like perfectly. The only thing I have to say though is why the hell did Roman need like 7 fucking Escalades with him when he's literally just in one of them? Like, makes no goddamn sense.
I thought he was
just wasting the gas over there. But that's like that's the big thing. Like, I'm cool with it. Like, I like that it's basically it's gonna build up to something else here. Because now with Kevin Owens looming and looking at this and going, oh man, he's helping him. Like, he fucked me over. Roman's fucked me over. His family's fucked me over. You're over here aligning with him. We could eventually get the big one in Randy Orton turning, which would be fucking wonderful. Again, another reason why, because Cody teaming with freaking Roman, that's your big, that right there is going to be your big thing. That's either going to have one, the other, or both turning. So I love it. That's what I'm excited for. The one thing I hated on this show was what the fuck did we just like shit over all over DIY for? What the hell? They had them come out there to basically help and assist against the bloodline, and then just fucking took them out for no reason. For like, what the fuck? What was the point of that entire situation there? Made no sense to me. Raw, I'll jump right to Raw. Again, Jey Uso is the big one there. I did not fully expect him to beat Braun. But again, I'm with that whole situation of where people's like, oh, it's fucking Braun. It's Braun's momentum's fucked. Everything. No. Braun Breaker did a hell of a job. He was made to look like a killer before he dropped the title. He's fine. He's going to be fine. Jey deserved this win because think about it. It's freaking 7th try at a title right now. He did it in his hometown. It's what he calls his hometown. Like,
Well,
I don't see any
from San Francisco, but he did it in Ontario.
Yeah, well, he did in California. He did it either way. He's like
Cali,
in his
baby.
home state. Yeah, did in his home state. He's good to go. That was the big one. I'm happy to see that. I enjoyed the Rhea and Liv stuff. I'm still enjoying the Judgment Day stuff. The big thing that I can't wait to see, though, of course, my personal preference, the big fucking kaiju fight next week. Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed. I'm telling you, I'm going to just put it out there now. Make it the main event. Have them break the fucking ring. Either way, I don't care. Let them destroy the entire arena. That's all I want. I'm going to be sad when this is over, but I fucking love this entire feud. It is incredible. Raw, again, is another show that's been actually nailing it every freaking week so far. And I've been happy. Like, just watching this. It's like sometimes when we were doing the 3-hour stuff, it felt like a slog to get through. But now the shows have been great, and it feels like the shows just fly by, which is perfect.
Don't say that, Nick. Why are you saying that?
I agree with
I
that.
agree. I do agree with that too.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I do too. I
In a
do
big
too.
way. Because if we're talking about how Jey Uso, and let's be real, he fucking deserved that shit.
Yes.
Right?
I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying
He earned it, sure. But he deserved that main event Jay moment getting that shit. Dom? Bro, Dom's the best heel in the game for years, dude, not named MJF and Baron Corbin. Like, that's Dom. Like, Dom. If anyone has earned a fucking single title run, it's Dom, dude.
I'm for it. I'm for it. Make it happen.
And shout out to Nick Arias from Ring Fanatics. Of course, he had
What's good,
Nero
boys?
on the show previously as well. Shout out to the Ring Fanatics. It's gonna be happening episode tomorrow. Tammy Mike, you should have said shouted. Oh, slap nuts.
Because it was a strap match and they were, let's just say there was a loud slap nuts chant.
Let's go.
Oh, what's up, my boy? What's going on, man?
Marks with Mikes. What's good?
What's good on, my fams? What's going on? Happy Thursday. DIY War, casualty of war.
And sadly, yes.
Sadly to say, it was. It's funny how every stream De Niro is on, he gets talking about WWE and he dips.
With that being said, I actually do gotta go.
Damn, Temple.
Yeah, cold-blooded. Well, you know what, Temple, for talking shit to my brother right here. This for you, Temple.
Wave your hands from side to side and say, oh, I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is so.
You gotta believe it, Joe Hendry, baby. You gotta believe it, Joe Hendry. That's right. You have to.
I'll throw the big one in there quick, though, for De Niro, though. The big thing, the talking point of NXT. NXT as a whole was a really good show. But the ending was the big talking point. The contract signing between Julia and Roxanne. It's weird because I'm excited for it because of the CW stuff. I think it's going to be really interesting, being that that's going to be the match. The one thing that absolutely is really, really just absolutely insane is what happened after, when out of nowhere you just hear somebody talking over the freaking loudspeaker. And all of a sudden, when that fucking camera cut and that crowd went ape shit, and Stephanie Vaquer showed up on that fucking Tron, lost my shit. I'm gonna say it right now. I think I'm in love. Stephanie Vaquer is fucking incredible. Like, I love how she just basically, in one moment, hit that music.
You're in love, huh? That's how you're feeling?
Yes.
That's how you're feeling in love?
In one moment, she showed up, stepped on both Roxanne and freaking Julia's feet, and said, I don't care which one of you win, I'm next. Fucking love it. Simple, to the point, fucking badass. I cannot wait for this shit. I am excited.
I love it.
Yes. I am excited. To the fucking T.
That is awesome. And to Dom, yes.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Wait. I have to hit another. Yes, he's just nutty weak. I'll make him make the announcement. I'm not gonna do it. He's gonna do it. What's happening on Monday? I mean, you tell us, brother Nero.
We going raw. We going raw dogging on Monday. We going
Oh,
raw.
let's go.
Let's
go.
Wait a minute. What kind of raw dog? Oh, hold on. What kind of raw dog?
Not that type of raw dog. I'm a loyal man.
But it's with benefits, though.
With benefits. I love it. Oh my God. It's so happy. Yes, we are all happy. Yeet! Yes, we are. Yes. All right. Tim, the floor is yours, brother.
Oh man, there's so much to talk about. De Niro, did you want to get out of here before I tangent?
No, I want to hear your thoughts on WWE for sure. So.
Yeah, there's so much to talk about. I mean,
Appreciate it, though.
Going back to SmackDown, first of all, that bloodline, and I said it last week, without Solo, the 3-man bloodline with Jacob Fatu and the Grills of Destiny looks fucking sexy as hell. All right, those guys together.
You're sexy, all right?
No, you're sexy, Poppy. You're fucking Nipplemania is fucking what you
No, De Niro's Nipplemania, not me, because we haven't seen him.
Well, De Niro is the face. Come on, look at it. Come on. There's clearly one really good-looking guy on this panel, and it is Mike De Niro.
Nah.
You damn right, bro.
Have you seen how tall he is? Have you seen how sexy he walks? And you see how look at his smile. Like he's blushing already. I'm
blushing.
I'm just saying. Streets and De Niro would be the most beautiful men in podcasting history if they ever strapped it down.
Pretty deadly.
Pretty deadly of podcasting. Make it happen.
Make that happen. Pretty deadly of podcasting.
You get so hyped you want to run through a fucking wall.
No, we want to bring all the ladies in. We get De Niro and Streets together.
Oh, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, that's right.
GETCHO was good, Just.
It's
the homie right there.
Last night, Gordon, check it out. He played Loteria Wrestling. That was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Fantastic. See, even Temple, he loves you. Oh,
who doesn't love De Niro?
Love you, Temple.
Yes,
I love you all.
But yeah, SmackDown was solid. All right, I loved Andrade getting the shot. I hate what irritates me about SmackDown, and I hope they can address this. Is just the aimless kind of stuff going on with you know how we talked about Mariah May having nothing going on with the women's title outside of random shit. Same shit with LA Knight. This man needs a feud. And it's the same shit I bitched about last week. The fact that we're never going to have a U.S. or Intercontinental title match on a PLE really kind of boggles my mind and drives me fucking crazy inside. And that sucks. So, in the fact that LA Knight's never going to have a compelling fucking story, which he'll never get a pay-per-view match, PLE match, sorry. It sucks to me. However, the match with Andrade was fucking fire. Everything LA Knight does is fucking fire. Andrade and Carmelo talking shit to Andrade in the back again about it. Great. Love the fact that no one had to leave SmackDown. Love that we're going to get the triple threat with Bayley, Naomi, and Nia. That's great. That fucking promo, or vignette, video, movie, show. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. All right. But that was, Atlanta's my fucking city. No. Georgia's my fucking state. No, I run this shit, bitch. Man, I didn't think about Roman and Cody doing the thing again at WrestleMania. They'll do it at Crown Jewel. I think it makes the most sense. Neither one of them could lose, though. Neither one of them's shoulders can go on the mat. So, therefore, maybe down the road again, a SummerSlam, another WrestleMania, we do get to see it again. I'm excited for it. I need Jimmy back. I need Jimmy back soon. Jimmy needs to be involved with this. I said that last week, but man, I need Jimmy back. I need Jimmy back ASAP. SmackDown was good, though. It was better than it usually has been. Raw was awesome. Raw was great. Raw's always great. I cannot wait to see what those two motherfucking monsters do in the main event. It better be the main event. But again, I'm going to bitch. Small bitch, but I'm going to bitch. The fact is, Braun Strowman versus Bronson Reed deserves a PLE last man standing match. We don't, why does this need to be a main event of Raw or an 8 o'clock match on Raw? Why can't this be a PLE match? Which is sometimes why I don't like Hunter's 5-match PLE thing.
You know why? You know why we don't do it on the freaking PLE? Because you ain't doing a fucking ring break in the middle of a goddamn pay-per-view.
That's fair, Justin. If you want to go and throw that out there,
Ring
that's
break.
fair. All right.
Well, I mean,
Give me what I want, Hunter.
technically, right? If you remember, there was I believe, a ring break with Mark Henry and the Big Show, and then John Cena and Andrade had a match on a broken ring right after it.
Just think about this. Braun Strowman also broke the ring with Big Show. So
I was just gonna say that. Didn't Braun already do that? But I love everything with Braun and Bronson. I want to give just props, mad props to Jey Uso. All right, there was no reason to have this match if he wasn't going to win it. Does it make sense for him to win it? No. I still don't understand why. It goes back to the same thing with Darby Allin and the Bryan Danielson thing. Why Jey Uso was even in this match in the first place makes no sense. But Jey Uso getting the belt and maybe being a transitional champion to get the belt to Dom makes a lot of sense. And it was like a
like what Justin's saying here, though. It doesn't make sense. Right there.
Yes.
It was awesome. It was fucking fantastic. But maybe Jey Uso winning the belt was just for him to be the transitional champion and get the belt to Dominic Mysterio. So Judgment Day hold the women's championship. So they hold the Intercontinental Championship. So they hold the tag championships. That's a lot of gold floating around. And Jey deserved that singles moment. But it has to be at the expense or because of the bloodline. The bloodline, Jacob Fatu and God, has got to cost Jey Uso the Intercontinental title against Dom, which means we need to get Jey there. Sami Zayn, we haven't brought him up yet. Sami Zayn and Kaiser put on a fantastic fucking match. If we're going to do this damn thing, Sami Zayn versus Gunther at the fucking PLE, Sami's got to lose. He'll lose clean. But the bloodline has got to get involved in some way to get Sami Zayn into this match. Because War Games is only fucking 8 weeks away. We need to get Jimmy back. We need to get Sammy in this match. We need to get Jey. We have 2 months to get these guys into this match. And it has to be, because it cannot be Cody, Roman, KO, and Randy Orton.
I'm almost wondering if it's actually going to be Bloodline now. Like, it's starting to make me wonder if it's going to be Bloodline in freaking War Games or Judgment Day is going in fucking War Games again.
Man, we can't do that. We were so.
I think we have to go Bloodline. I just don't think we're going to get this.
It should be Bloodline with like 1,000 fucking %. But it's like they're not doing anything to really draw Jey or Sammy in. That's the thing. Like, Jey literally has to shit talk at this point. It's the only thing that would make any sense for them to just show up and cost Jey the Intercontinental title. That's the only thing I can say. Like, he has to start shit talking the entire family while he's holding the title, to the point where they said, fuck this, we're invading Raw, we're fucking this man out of the IC title. And that's when Jey says, listen, all right, I ain't letting this shit happen. Yeet, Sammy, we're going over there and we're gonna fuck shit up right now. Like,
but I feel like the story's got to be Roman has got to come beg for them. Like, Roman has got to be like, Jey, I need you. Sammy, like, yo, I need you. Or maybe Roman gets Jimmy to go, Jey, Sammy, I need you.
but it can happen. It can happen that way. I see it too. That's it. Absolutely. Like, Jey, but Roman needs to get the shit kicked out of him some more.
Oh, bad.
It needs to be that.
Jimmy
it needs to be where Roman gets beat up more, to the point where even when Jimmy shows up and even he can't help Roman enough so that the two of them get beaten down. That's when the family starts going, we got to call family.
But Jimmy needs to be the first one there, because Roman said, you took Jimmy from me. The fact that he singularly put Jimmy into a sentence alone, you took Jimmy from me. You took Paul Heyman from me. You took my bloodline from me. You took my Olafalo from me. But the fact that he singularly said Jimmy from me, when Jimmy comes and saves his tribal chief, it is going to fucking make the world of difference.
Oh, yeah. I agree. And can I just say one more thing? Like, I don't want to see this to be the end of Bronson and Braun Strowman. I think that what you got to do is you have to have Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman in the empty arena match and just let them destroy everything.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
Make that building come collapsing down like a demolition.
Yes. Yes.
Well, one last thing about Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker did not get buried. Braun Breaker did not get buried at all.
No.
Braun Breaker fucking got to beat Sami Zayn, a star on the roster. We have the Intercontinental Championship, have a championship to his legacy, and he'll get it back, or he'll go to the world title, or he'll do bigger and better things. Braun Breaker is far from buried. So you idiots out there saying he's buried are you fucking morons.
Who said that? Did IWC saying that?
Yes, they said it. They said
Braun Breaker got
immediately.
buried. buried. I'm like,
he is not buried at all.
That man beat the man that beat Gunther. Come on.
Yeah. See, wins and losses are a part of wrestling, and every time someone takes a loss, people say, "Oh, they got buried." Like, no, someone has to lose, right? And were you going to pass Jay up again on a singles moment? Because if he loses this matchup, people are not going to really be invested the next time he's in for a title. I mean, this was like their last shot to give him that moment.
Yeah.
So,
like I said, Braun was made to look like a fucking killer beforehand. Literally went out there and just would run out there and spear people every fucking week and just be like, well, Ben just needs to fucking, you guys either need to just like pull a Bret Hart and start wearing fucking metal plates on your chest or something.
yeah, and it wasn't like it was a squash match. If it was a squash match, then it would have been like, all right, yeah, I could see how that hurt Braun. But it wasn't. They had a good competitive matchup, and Braun Breaker had most of the fucking offense for that matchup. He destroyed
incredible
in that matchup. So
incredible.
Yeah.
Joe Tessitore.
I fucking applaud that man. He is fucking incredible.
Great.
He's doing a good job. I don't see people. Why I hear certain people in IWC kind of critique his skills, but he's doing a fantastic job. He's doing great. I know he's still give him more time when it comes to the entertainment side. You know how we saw him with Jey Uso sign, like telling Wade Barrett, like, hey, look, come on, but like give him time. He's not. There's no rush into this.
I was so invested in the match on Monday that I wasn't really listening to the commentary. Like I was just watching the match, just fucking delving into the match. So like commentary was non-existent to me. But I went back and listened to the commentary and just listening to Joe Tessitore get fucking that freaking excitement and that freaking energy in his voice as he was calling that match. Like when Jay hit that super kick, and he just fucking, his voice goes up and he's just like going in on there. I'm like, yes, this is the Tessitore I want. Like at first, like when he first started, he just sounded all monotone. Like, oh, this is it. Here comes a big move. And I'm just like, okay, he's got a good commentary voice. He just needs to show a little bit of emotion when he's doing on commentary. And that's when he started showing it on Monday. And I'm like, there it is. I'm sold on Joe Tessitore now.
He reminded me a lot of Mauro Ranallo when he was getting really hyped for
yes.
And I always liked Mauro Ranallo's style of commentating because he always made the match seem very important. So for sure. But unfortunately, I do gotta go, guys. Got a little baby I gotta go feed. But
understandable, bro.
Appreciate you all. I love you all so much.
Love you, man.
Love you, bro.
We'll be back on Monday, folks. The return of Raw Dogging with De Niro and Dom and friends.
Yeah, shout out to Dom for holding it down, and Justin and everyone else who's been on that show, Ivan, like everyone holding it down.
I will absolutely be there Monday too. So this is going to be a slapper right now.
But I appreciate you all. I love you guys. I had a great time with you guys.
Much love, bro.
Love you, bro, so much, man. Love you, bro.
Love you guys.
Be safe. Stay out of the missus. Stay out of familia, brother.
Give that little baby a kiss on that head.
That's right.
Definitely will.
Love you, bro.
Love you guys.
All right, brother. All right. There we go.
All right.
Look at you. Look at you already fucking.
Look at that transition. This man.
You about this guy. You know what I want to hear? I want to hear Poppy's take on what's happening.
Yes. Let it rip because I am waiting for the
That's
one.
What I want to hear, okay?
I want the one. I am ready.
Yes.
Let me just grab the seatbelt and strap in for a sec. I'm ready.
I need the beer for God's sakes for this one. Fuck! I think I need another beer. I had to hold myself, but Jesus. Let's see. Breaker had a shit.
Oh, Tammy.
No, I disagree.
It's not unfair. I just don't think he was buried. His reign might have sucked, but
it wasn't really even that bad of a reign, though.
No, you know
Man
what?
freaking went out there and just fucking tore down the fucking house every week.
After the belt was held for 644 days, I don't care if that shit's hot potatoed for the next 5 months. I don't care if 6 guys hold that belt for the next 5 months.
Think about it.
The belt needs to be hot potatoed, all right? Give some characters some relevance, okay?
Think about it. We just got the man who basically conquered the longest intercontinental championship reign. Then the man gets beaten. Sammy had a fucking really good reign, actually. Like a really good reign. We don't need freaking back-to-back-to-back freaking really long reigns at this point. Now is the time where people can start having a little bit of shorter reigns. Like this guy could have a month. The next person could have like 3. The next person could hold it for like 40 days or something like that.
Before I go, I'll be back.
Do you, Poppy? No, Justin.
Yes.
Which is, you know what? Which is why sometimes I wish that they had they just had one roster, okay? Because if you had one roster, sometimes remember how it was the IC title, then the European title?
Yeah.
And that one title was able to be hot potatoed a bunch because the other one was held a lot. And I wish they had 7 matches on PLEs. And
yes.
Not that the 5 matches isn't good, because every show we walk away from are like, damn, killer PLE. But at the end of the day, if they had 7, just 7, the mid-card title or a tag title match or the women tag title match or a match like Bronson Reed versus Braun Strowman deserves to be PLE matches. You cannot always have the United States title defended on SmackDown because before the PLE, because that's what you do. I get it. That's elevating the show. You're trying to pop a rating. But what about elevating LA Knight? So LA Knight doesn't get to have a PLE match for fucking a year. So your Intercontinental, your Braun Breaker, your Jey Uso, they don't get to be on PLEs because they're the Intercontinental Champion. It's trash. It pisses me off. That's why.
Honestly, they could just be saving those for like the big 5 shows. That's what I see happening. But you don't need to really do these little tiny feuds.
5 matches.
I mean, just think about it. We don't need these really big, like loaded cards for shows like in the middle there.
7 matches, 3 hours. It's perfect.
I mean, I'm not against it. Like, especially if you're especially if just your cards, like if the entire card was just title matches, like it would make sense. But then you'd have the little tiny side feuds where it's like that's been building up for weeks. Like, say if they've had like Melo and Andrade's last match on a fucking PLE.
Should be on a PLE.
Yeah, it should be on a PLE. But then it's like situational again, where it's like, do you want to just fucking overload the show like fucking Tony does? Where everyone's by the time we're like fucking 4 or 5 matches in, everybody's like, okay, now when are we gonna start getting here? Like,
no, you're right. No, 15 is nuts. That's crazy, and I think that's way too much.
Yes,
12 is way too much. 6 or 7 is a really nice.
That's a fair number. That is a fair number.
With WWE's roster is stacked, and I get it. Like right now, there's only been 4 matches announced for Bad Blood, which is great. All right, only 4 matches, but at the end of the day. And it's cool because remember how you mentioned title matches, just only title matches? No, we are arguing right now about 2 matches that should be the main event. And we should, once Bobby gets back, we can talk about this. What should be the main event? Should Drew versus Punk, the Blood feud, be the main event? Or should the Bloodline match be the main event? I personally think, Justin, tag match should open the show. Punk and Drew should end the show, but
I agree. 1000%. It is the show. It is Bad Blood. It's the show that the original Hell in a Cell was on. It is freaking, and it was the main event.
Yes.
Over everything.
Yes.
Drew and Punk's story is fucking massive right now. It is a fucking feud ender at this point. It needs to be the main event. And I'm sorry, I don't want it to. I don't want it to just be because it's Cody and fucking Roman. The only exception to Cody and Roman being the main event is if they have some big angle coming out of that. That's it.
Is Jimmy big enough? Is Jimmy big enough for the? I don't think
no.
He is.
As far as I'm concerned, no. You could have that kick off the show and it would be better.
Yeah. Yep.
Like Jimmy coming back against a fucking what is supposed to be this big freaking feud ending like that, like a feud ender to a big blood feud like Punk and Drew. Honestly, that's not as big. Like if this is like full on, maybe, I don't know, if this is the match where, I don't know, Cody and KO both turn in one night, then maybe I understand that kind of being the main event as something big. But I still don't even know if that's considered big enough to really topple the Hell in a Cell being the main event. Like, the main event should be Drew and Punk. If you are literally having the show, literally what? It's the same fucking date of the show, the first show, isn't it? Like, at this point, like, why is that the Hell in a Cell not the main event? I don't care if Roman is the biggest fucking star and Cody's right up there in that same exact alley. You have a story that is fucking way bigger right now.
Yo, can we here? Hold on. I want to showcase this comment. Yes, I'll stand on this hill. Liv versus Rhea should main event. Yes, Liv versus Rhea should have been in a Hell in a Cell without dipshit fucking Dom involved.
Yes, that is one exception. If that was going to be the main event, it should have been Hell in a Cell.
In a fucking shark cage and main event that. But these two women are also involved in a blood feud, just like Punk and fucking Drew.
Yes.
So also worthy of the main event, which is great. And Damian and Finn is good enough to So that's what Triple H does a great job of putting 4 matches on a fucking PLE that we all are so invested in. But at the end of the day, the Bloodline should open the show. And
yes, the Hell in a Cell should literally just be like the first fucking Bad Blood show, where the Hell in a Cell ended the show. Hell in a Cell should end the show.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with that. Should be the opening for that for sure. Main event for that should be the Punk one to end that story, and for AJ to come out and make the save and really be like, "Fuck you, Drew."
Yes, I'll say it. Punk should go over in that match. Punk should absolutely go over in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I'm with you. See,
which should also lead to Drew moving to SmackDown in the end.
Yes. What's going on, Ed?
What is good, Ed?
That's good, man. I love Dom, but he should be.
But should he be? Should be included? Yes.
So this is what I think. Just in regards for that, is shouldn't be included. The thing is that now we'll talk about that one before I get into it, because I'll talk about what you guys talking about.
Here's your exception, though, Just. Let me just throw this one in there quick.
Go for
what
it.
if Rhea threw Dom off the top of the cell, though? If they were had Hell in a Cell,
love that. Oh my god.
Yep, right through the announce table. Fucking make it happen. That should have happened.
I would have loved to see that. Hell yeah.
She just throws him off.
She throws.
I wonder if he'll
literally.
scream like Isaiah Cassidy does.
I hope he does. in that match, I feel that Liv, and I said this with Justin on Raw, that I feel that there's gonna be fucking Raquel Gonzalez is gonna be the backup for.
I'm for it. For
Liv Morgan. She's gonna cause Liv Morgan to not win that belt, and because since Dom can't do it, nor the rest of the Judgment Day, because they're gonna get jumped by Jey Uso and Damian Priest. What are the best way to another woman involved? Raquel Gonzalez, and have her cause Liv Morgan that matchup. Remember, her last match was, and correct me if I'm wrong, both of you guys, was it when Nia returned, right? When Nia interfered to kind of mess up her match? Because I didn't see her return from there. So that could be the case in this situation.
I'm for it. I want Raquel to show up, because honestly, Raquel being Liv's heater, being like having her be like Liv's backup would be fucking incredible.
Champions.
Yep.
Yes, because I'm sorry, if Rhea wins this, it's over. That's it. Rhea should not be doing it again. Even then, Rhea. Because again, what comes for Rhea after that?
And
it's funny because Rhea and Roman right now are the exact same.
Yes.
Rhea can't beat Liv, just like Roman can't beat Cody. Because what sense does it make in the long-term story?
Yes. There's again, what is next? That's the big question: is what is next after if Rhea was to win the title?
Yeah.
Honestly, nothing.
I mean, for me, it's like for me still be the chaser, but at least this is where I'll add to that. That's where we can have the return of Becky Lynch in this situation, and have her and Rhea going after Raquel and Liv in this matter, and give Raquel a good start for her return, and have her feud with Becky. I don't mind that, because I will at least give those women something there. And then also you have again Rhea and Liv. Okay, Rhea deserves to be a chaser in this one, because it hypes up the story, the momentum of it. I'm not saying she was not a great women's champion. I'm not disregarding that. She is. But in this story, it's just that what are the better way to input these two women is first bring Raquel, cause her to lose the Hell in a Cell. Dom is there laughing. He's the one I called her. It was me all along who called her. Like, and showed all that shit. Then down the line, you see the return of Becky getting ready. And then, going into the War Games. Maybe in the War Games, you can have the Judgment Day and Team Damien right there. And then have the two women involved in the War Games.
Oh, a mixed tag team War Games. I like it.
Wow.
And have Becky Lynch be the mystery partner for
I like it. I like it.
Fucking awesome to see. And I wouldn't mind seeing that shit. I'll be like, oh shit, Yes. Oh my god.
I like it. The first ever mixed tag team war games. That's a hell of a fucking like promotion for it too.
I mean, what are the best way to do it? To be honest, I think that'll be like the best way to do.
There's
to
your
really-
exception if the bloodline's not war games. There's your exception right there.
I mean, it's fine. It can, let's just say they make the whole event of war games, but in this case, have make it a history, making that the first time intergender war games.
I love it. I love it.
Well, make that happen and then have that shit. Fuck, why not?
I feel it. I love it.
I love that too, and that'll be a great return for Becky Lynch for making her return in this situation.
What would it be though?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'll be a Judgment Day, so it'll be Liv Morgan, Raquel Gonzalez,
Carlito, Finn, Dom, and JD. So that's 6.
And then you have Damian, Jey Uso, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, the return. You have
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn is another one you can add to. And who you got the last one here? You can add Dragon Lee to this.
There we go.
Like, there, have somebody.
Even if it's Ray, like come on.
Or Ray and instead of Sammy, how about Ray and Dragon?
I think Ray would make the most sense just to add him in there. You can have Sammy be in there because that's Jay's boy. He's had freaking history with Judgment Day the entire time as well. So then you just have freaking Ray in there because literally Ray is at the point where he's feuding with Finn. He still wants to get his hands on his son. So I think Ray would be the perfect fit there.
See, even Ed saying, mixed tag war games.
Hell yeah, I'll pay double for that.
If Papa H,
I love it.
Papa H can make that happen with. That's why I love when you're a producer too, Papa. And this is if they can really do that, Papa H can make history with that. Really can make history of that. Having a intergender war games because it's never been done before, and he can.
That would be so cool, dude.
Oh. God.
I said, take my money. I'll pay double for it.
Oh hell
that would
yeah!
Be so cool.
If Raquel Gonzalez is ready by then I hope she is, and off the storytelling and pro wrestling, but personal wise, we all wish her speedy recovery. I'm glad she's getting better, but why not to bring her back this way in this storyline? Fuck yeah, dude! I wouldn't mind seeing that shit.
Yes, make it happen.
Jaws, yes.
Oh my God, Damien.
Oh,
I know. Oh my God. Oh, that'd be so.
Oh,
you know what? Justin just gave me an idea. What do they do? A Raw fucking one between with each other, like have
man.
Stories.
First off, Priest aligned with the Lucha Brothers is fucking disgusting. I am for it.
I forgot about that. Imagine they instead of Ray and Dragon, they could bring the debut of Pentagon and Ray Phoenix to join. Oh my God! That'd be so
there's you want to talk about a hell of a way to start off your WWE freaking run. There you fucking go.
And there you go. They could go after those tag team belts against fucking JD McDonald's and Finn Balor, and then they can win the
fucking just if I freaking saw you right now, I'd hug you. That's amazing.
Oh my God, that is amazing. You're right. Me too. I will hug that man.
I want to hug you, Poppy. You're into fucking Nipplemania.
He ain't even done yet with it.
Have work experience. Rio and Penta are homies. There, yeah.
Hey yo,
that's right. That's right. Lucha Underground, baby. You already know what's up.
How fucking good would it be to watch freaking Penta doing the Cero Miedo in the middle of the ring, but EO does it with him, and then they boom right in the middle?
God, that'd be so awesome.
Wild.
That'd be so wild. Oh my God. We need a KO turn, but aren't we getting it for more than 2? So we don't know yet.
Yes.
I'll get into that in a
yes, I think we're gonna double.
Mm-hmm. Look for Raw. Look, I'll get into Raw before I get into SmackDown, and then yes, Raw. I enjoyed it. It was awesome to see. We gotta give credit to Braun Breaker though, man. Like even though and Poppy, I love what you said. You make absolutely sense what you said about let it be a hot potato. I am so with you, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm with you on this one. Because you are making this Intercontinental title to be intrigued that people are hungry to get it. and really having it that way. It doesn't make the Intercontinental not to be prestige or make it not relevant. It does make it relevant, even though I get it. People get upset. Oh, the fuck, he's gonna have it for a month, and then it's a point of making that title a prestige. It's a point of having a mid-card title that everybody wanted. I could go really back, and I will go old school because that's some old school. You can really go back to the old school, back to, I would say, when it was even to the generation era of Michaels and Ramon. They were going back and forth to the hot potatoing that belt. We could go back to the Savage days when he was hot potatoing that belt. You know, we could go back to those days. They were doing the same thing with that title, but they made it prestige because people wanted to be invested and people wanted to be like, fuck, this is a hot title. That means this title is worth something. And that's what these two gentlemen did, Braun Breaker and Jey Uso did. And the match was clean, awesome, great fucking main event. Loved it. Everything was just seeing Braun, that 3 count had the crowd and had us going. And shout out to what is it again, Justin?
Joe Tessitore?
Tessitore, but the other YouTube channel that puts us right there.
Oh, shouts to Geekbox, man.
Geekbox put us once again.
We appreciate y'all.
We love you guys for that. And dude, it was awesome. And it just seen that, and winning in California deserves that. Here in Cali, what's up, bitches? What's up? But I'm happy for Jey. So 13 years in the industry, has never won a belt at all, a singles competitor belt. And finally he did it. And what a way to win it on Raw. I'm okay with that. I know some people in IWC were not happy. They were like, what the fuck? Why is he winning it here and not winning it anywhere else? I'm fine. I'm okay with that. That's fine. Let him have that. You know, Braun Breaker and Braun Strowman, you know, and Bronson Reed. Fuck yeah, that's what you want. You want these two mega powers, no pun intended. Yeah, but you know, to fucking kill the fuck out of each other. And I hope it happens on Raw. I hope it fucking happens on Raw. They drop the ring because to be honest, it looked like it was a tease because we saw how all the
it does next week. I'm calling it.
Tag team champions, the mega powers, Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman.
Oh, why not?
Poppy,
just call them Team Kaiju. That's it.
Brothers of Destruction against Team Kaiju.
Let's fucking go, bro. It's over. It's done.
Fuck it, man. Why not, man? Give me the natural disasters versus these two guys. Oh my god. Typhoon and earthquake versus my god.
How about Demolition?
I love their fat asses. There's fucking the inner thigh hair that they had was so sexy.
See, group hug, nipple gang.
Gang.
There we go. The nipple gang.
Hey, we gotta start calling it that now. Hey, the nipple gang. Yeah. Gang. Oh my god. Oh yeah. The last time we had him at Sharp was come on.
Fucking Big Show and Big Cass.
Certified G and a bona fide stud.
And you can't teach that.
Did someone say nipple? Yeah, Tammy, we did.
Tammy's still trying to freaking copyright the name she gave.
We're always talking about the nipple, the N-I-P-P-L-E.
Nipple.
Yeah.
And
gang.
And then Tammy's saying, Liv and Raquel is like yes, I agree. They're like your version of Shawn Michaels and Diesel, Kevin Nash. Fuck yeah.
Oh.
You want a certifying agenda, man of 1,000 words.
No, you're a soulless agenda. Get it right.
But I mean, with this situation here, like, I can't wait how it ends. And it doesn't matter who goes over here. At the end, they both go over because they already got us, or invested of fucking seeing these natural disaster mega powers, nipple manias running wild of two big meaty men slapping meat all fucking day. Fuck it. I don't care. People like WC, sorry. I would have to bust a Christian on your eyes. And I had to. I have
Give it to him. Give it to him.
Yes.
Go fuck yourself.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, so I mean, if you don't like it, oh well, too bad. It is what it is. I mean, come on. I mean, shit. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna bust another Christian for your ass because I think this is well deserved for Yada here. Because if you don't like that feud between Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed, then I'm gonna give you this.
Do you wrestle?
Thank you.
Do you wrestle?
No,
You don't wrestle.
I did back in the day.
I'm sure you sucked.
I love that clip. It's so good.
It's so good.
Mostly just because it shits on Alvarez.
It does. That's what I love about it. I'll let them go over on me. They'll make you a nice grilled cheese sandwich, basically. Fucking Strowman and Reeves will make you a fucking grilled cheese sandwich right there.
We're gonna open a restaurant and make a sandwich called the Backley.
Sammy and Ludwig Kaiser was not a bad match. It was actually a great match. I really enjoyed it. It was not bad. It's good to see Ludwig to be in singles competition more often and really more. I wouldn't mind him being a picture in an IC belt either. I think the guy's underrated is not given the credit where his credit's due. If you give him, instead of being really more of a jobber, no disrespect, and I mean that with respectful words, the word jobber, I don't like it. I hate to use that word myself too. But I just don't have him losing. Have him win some matches and get him to something. Why the fuck not? I wouldn't mind seeing Ludwig going after JB, the next challenger. Why the hell not? I would not mind that. He got the promos. The guy got it. He really reminds me of the European version of fucking Ravishing Rick Rude because Rude is almost the same fucking way. Rude was the same way on the mic. It's like a mixture of that with fucking genius and perfect all into one. 3 combos there of promo wise of what Ludwig Kaiser has. And I love that from him. And I wouldn't mind him going after that belt. Seeing now we got the announcement we talked about earlier about him in the shark cage. What the hell add? Dom busted Jim Cornette and how he was in that fucking cage a long time ago. Because he was, because I love that. And
shouts to Lady Psycho. She called it.
Yes, she did. Shout out to Kathy, Lady Psycho. She called it. Fuck, how many
months ago? Oh my God.
She said it. Why don't you put this shit on a Shark Tank? Have Dom in it, and it happened. They heard you, Kathy.
She sat around the crystal ball and was like, "Watch this. I'm gonna make it happen."
Yes, and then. Yes, Io and Kyrie, any colors make dang explode respectfully.
Respectfully, indeed.
Why not? That's another 2 women that, man, I'm glad they're doing something with them too and more. And I love Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, but I just push those tag team titles more, push it more. I hope that they do decide once everything has been done with going to CW already next week. And they're already starting USA, going to Netflix. Give us a mid-card title and put it for these. Give Raw the US belt. Give SmackDown the Intercontinental one. That will make so fucking sense to do that. Because Intercontinental represent internationally, and because you're on Netflix, is Netflix internationally. I would actually, I'll switch that. Never mind. Intercontinental on Raw and the US on SmackDown. There you go. Sorry.
See, I would have liked it the opposite way, though.
Yes,
it's the opposite of the men's title. I like that.
The flippage on the shows. So one I see on both shows.
Yes, and SmackDown has the US title for the men, the women get the IC title, and then vice versa for I like that.
You're right. Never mind. I'll take it back. Then yes, I was right to say that. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, though. Yes.
I like that. That was a smart one.
Yeah. Definitely. Seth has a history with Don. Remember long-term booking. Yes, we know. I have already gone mixed 4 games. Oh, okay.
With mods. All right. Shouts.
Fire Don can go. Yes.
Damn straight.
They can go.
Unholy Union. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And I love that. First, I'll say SmackDown for last because
here it comes. It's coming. This man's just gonna explode right now.
Oh yes, I am. When I saw that, I'm like, when she spoke Spanish, when I heard Spanish, wait, what? My God, she's here. She's fucking here. Stephanie Pierce here. Literally. Where the fuck?
I'm in love, man.
Thank Exactly. Stop moving shit around. Fuck it, man. All right.
¡Eh, cabrón! ¡Chinga tu madre!
That's pretty much what you said in fucking Spanish. Like, whoever the fuck wins this belt, I'm pretty much going to be watching you guys. And I'll be watching of who wins at Aftermath. Oh, my God. I have a feeling, Redeemer, she's going to show up on Tuesday.
Oh, I hope she does. I hope she does.
Oh, my God.
Right after the match. Right after the match. Show up.
I see her on stage right there in the entranceway, standing there just like this. And seeing the winner, which I see is going to be Julia. And then from there, and then just looking, and I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, my God.
I want you to know right now, honestly, I don't think it happens now. I don't.
Don't say that to me.
I don't think it happens now. I was locked in on Julia. Listen, I was locked in on Julia beating Roxanne, but honestly, I don't think it happens now.
I don't care if she loses, but at least she's getting something here.
You think Stephanie's going to cost Julia?
No, I think Stephanie's going to be the one to beat Roxanne now.
Oh, no, you can't just pass Julia up.
No,
I don't know. I think it's gonna. Honestly, let's think about it this way: every Joshi woman that WWE has brought into NXT has immediately won the NXT Women's Championship.
But
honestly, I could see them breaking that trend. I could see them breaking that trend and go with the first Chilean woman to win the fucking NXT Women's Championship. Sign me the fuck up.
Or what if Julia wins and, like we just talked about, they play hot potato with it, and then Stephanie takes it from her because Roxanne costs Julia.
See, I get that's the big match too, is Julia and Stephanie Vaquer, but like, it's too soon. It's way too soon to be doing it.
I agree. I agree. I thought it was too soon for Julia, but again, you just do it because you do it, and there's no reason not to do it because you're going to.
It's just so fucking hard. It's like we're like this. Our mind. I don't know where to go. He's like, I don't know.
I don't either now. I don't anymore.
I don't. Look, if Roxanne, I wouldn't be upset if Roxanne retains. I'm okay with that because at least it gives it more. All right, you know what? I fuck it. I'm going to say this. I was trying to like not to say it, but I'm going to fucking say it. And people are all right, WC community, people that are listening and watching. This when I heard Vic Joseph said like, oh my God, this fucking this fucking women's division is really hungry. When I heard, okay, this NXT right now that I'm seeing, this roster, not only with the additionals they're having of these two women, but the ones they have currently. This really brings me back to the TNA days when the women's division was fucking number one overall, better than WWE, better than any other fucking, before even AEW existed. That's how big this women's roster is right now. Yeah, so much talent here that really, and I gotta commend Shawn Michaels, Matt Bloom, Stephen, William Regal. Everybody that's participating of helping them develop these stories. And I love what Ethan Page said on his interview with Chris Van Fleet, CVV. Shout out to you because they really pronounced your name on Raw. Hell yeah. And he said it like, they're here to help you to know what to do here and here, in there and outside of how to tell promos. And they have. And look how these women have developed. So great. So fucking grateful. Kalani Jordan, we never thought that woman would do what she could do. We were really not expecting for her to have run a belt with that. I remember when we were doing the watch along, just like, I don't know, I'm not really, but okay, I'll give it a shot. And his fucking has been done tremendously great. So Rook, another one, a chaser that I don't mind. Another one that's fucking great. Miss Parker.
I'm sorry, Miss Parker. Ooh, respectfully.
Man.
How about that girl, Carmen? I like her.
Bruh, I love her, man. She's
women that
great.
I'm naming and other ones that we can name has, for God's sake, bring Sinclair. She did a great job with her.
She did phenomenal on Tuesday.
She did great. I was like, fuck, dude. Like, man, what can I say? It's like,
I'll even give it to Ariana Grace, man. She showed up on NXT with her dad. Like,
you better not say I'll even. You better say I'll give it to Ariana Grace.
bro, she showed up on TNA with her dad. Let's go.
Right? She is the definition of an ass T. She is. All right.
All hail Queen NXT.
She is the shucky ducky quack quack. All right.
Did you see how what Just said here too?
Yes. Yes. He just nailed it.
Yes. It's true. They really know how to build women.
I'll say it. I'll say it right here, right now. It is the best women's division in the world today. Done.
It is.
Period.
It is. That was gonna get to that. You got me there. I'm with you, my brother. That is absolutely what I'm gonna get to. It is right now currently the best women's division that I ever seen. And I'm so happy to see other women like Rosemary, seeing other talents coming around and getting involved in this. Jordan Grace, everybody else. Give me more of TNA women's knockouts going over there too. Give me that Battle World Collider women's division. I don't mind it. I'm not disregarding the knockouts division. They have fantastic roster too. But but what they have done storytelling here in NXT with these women individually, fucking great. And now seeing Bakir, oh my god, fucking lost it. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, it was just Nettie, oh fucking. That's all it was for me. It's fucking Nettie. And I was so happy. And just to see her in that segment with that camera view of them ending her in the middle.
Yes.
Awesome. You are making that NXT women's division so fucking great. And Shawn Michaels, I'm telling you this right now. You don't be bullshitting. Do not fuck it up. Do not fuck it up for these two women that you brought. You spent so much money on these two women, which I don't give a fuck how much you spend because I'm not seltzer talking about, no, fuck that. It's what you're going to do with these two women. And really, including the women that you have in the roster having matches. Oh my god, I can already picture it's gonna be fucking banger matches. And they're gonna learn from these two women. Both of these women knows Lucha Libre and knows New Japan Strong Style.
This reminds me so much of Finn Balor, Samoa Joe.
Yes.
Those guys there.
Yes.
Yes.
It's just a female version of it. They don't need to be there. They are so talented, they could instantly go to the main roster. But they're doing the Samoa Joe. They're doing the Finn Balor. They're doing that introduction to the roster. And now there's a lot more fluency that's going to go on between NXT and the main roster. So when they are called up 9 months from now, whatever, it's going to be fucking fluid. And the storytelling is going to be, hey, this is Julia from NXT. Here's their story. Oh, here's what she did in Stardom before her NXT story. Here's Stephanie back here. Here's what she did before CML shit. Her fuck, and they're going to bring the exact same stuff. Love it. That's fair.
Respect.
I mean, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. It's fair.
It's coming for your ass there, Tyler Bate.
Bakley, I'm coming for your ass.
Oh, well, shucky ducky. Quack, quack.
That's right. Shuck. I don't even want to get into that.
GETCHO Sean Kemp.
GETCHO Sean. I don't even want to get
into
that.
Go, bro.
She's a liaison of NXT. She is. But you nailed it, Poppy. Exactly. That's what it reminds me when Poppy took over NXT. He brought everybody from international stars and really made TakeOver like, oh, shit. And this is the women's version. Fuck yeah. But here's the beauty of this part is, one, they added a fucking mid-card title to it. Two, they're really developing all these women that are from developmental into what they're doing now. Yes. Nobody expected, Tatum Paxton to be where she's at now. Wendy Chu to be where she's at now. Kalani, Jada, Ren Sinclair. Nobody expect. These are women, I can name them all, that every single one of them has a story. And I'm still waiting for one to have one of her story herself, and that is Thea Haley. I want her to get her moment. It's all been the guys of Chase U, but why not her? She had her one chance. I know she lost, but give her at least a shot of
two opportunities, technically.
Right? But here's the thing, though, Redeemer. You remember where Kalani said I should do the same thing. What
Yeah.
embraced it. Yeah, Rey Sinclair was the first one.
Mhm.
Give me her and Thea Haley. I wouldn't mind if Thea Haley wins that belt.
Oh, Thea beats Kalani. That'd be wonderful. That
That'll
is
be
perfect for
great.
Thea.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it will fucking build that shit up too. Like,
Yes,
to
I'm
the
for it.
moon! I
Shouts to
wouldn't
Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, because
Cameron Grimes.
Kalani's another one who's ready for the main roster. Kalani can go there right now. And
Yes. Yes. So is Sol Ruka, honestly. I think she's ready.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for that. That's for sure. But man, people that don't know Stephanie Vaquero, okay. First of all, let me clarify. Stephanie Vaquero is an incredible athlete from Chile. No, she's
Griff Garrison!
Oh, who the fuck is Griff Garrison?
This is Griff Garrison!
Don't you see it's Griff Garrison?
She is not Griff Garrison. She's none of that. All right. She is a phenomenal, incredible athlete that knows how to go.
Unbelievable.
And wow, this division is so stacked, man. If they added them to Survivor Series against Raw and SmackDown, I'm so with it. Let them fucking have it. Oh my god, I'll fucking lose it. I will fucking lose it if they do that. And I can't wait till Tuesday, man. I cannot wait when you have that watch along for CW. I am so excited. And
I'm pumped.
I'm pumped and how this is gonna try to be. I'm pumped for the Ethan Page. The whole press conference. I heard Seltzer and Alvarez, well, more Seltzer because Alvarez, more Alvarez than Seltzer because Seltzer fell asleep because he was tired, I guess. But I know Alvarez kind of shitted on because the more of Tuesday was really more about the press conference than more matches. So I'm like, fuck off. You want to build up this to CW, first of all.
Yes.
Second of all, you're leaving this network, but there's not hurting them. They don't get two shits. They got fucking, what do they have? They got fucking SmackDown. You think they give a fuck? They don't give a fuck. They have it, they're leaving. Okay. So what? If they wasted their time on fucking this. Fucking Obafemi did a great job, but he did everything else. Like, I loved it. Like, it's like these stories, I even though it's 2 hours, just that I know I've been saying they should be 3, but
yeah,
it kind of like makes sense why, how they're doing it. And I'm enjoying it. And by far, if I want to speak analytical here, the fucking demographics, okay, I know was low from last week, this one. So what? But it's not under 500. I'll tell you that. It's been a 600 and above. It's been that in the middle. It hasn't gone low any lower. It's already higher. It's gone where it stays.
Yes.
And that's where you want it to be. Even Matt Jackson fucking said that, I miss competing against NXT.
Wow.
Look where the fuck they're at on the ratings, like with AEW. They're almost the same, which is fine. I'm not being here analytical about saying better than no. I'm not talking about that. It's fine. I'm happy that NXT is getting that finally. It took a while ever since the transition from 2.0 to back to being black and gold. It took a while to rebuild that brand because piece of shit McNugget fucked it up.
Easily.
Making McNuggets super. I love nuggets. Give me the nuggets. No, fuck all that shit. I'm glad that HBK took the job and went with it. And now with the return of Regal and still have Norman Smiley, you still have fucking Matt Bloom, and you have Steve Corino. You still have a lot of people there that are really helping these development talents, and also with the additions of a veteran like Ethan Page, even though he was 34 years old, but he fucking knows things and he's learning himself. Fuck yeah, this is what you want to do with this roster. This is what I want to see from freaking Ring of Honor. I want Ring of Honor to be like NXT. This is what I fucking want, Tony Khan. That's why you need to stop with the bullshit. Stop being your everything.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
And then I forgot who I was.
Yeah, you forgot who he was. Stop with that because you're drinking too much of that water, which we know ain't water. We know it's bad. So
we know he likes his White Claws. So
we know he's like, yeah, there you go. So stop with that shit. Make Ring of Honor to be this way, and I hope it does when you sign with fucking Warner Brothers Discovery and have a television show for Ring of Honor. They deserve to have that. That's what they deserve to fucking have.
they had a hell of a start for ROH. Just think about it. They have a perfect way to lead, especially for their women's division. They have Athena right now. But they need to start building the rest of the division up so that way when Athena does ever actually move on from there, the rest of the division is set.
How about the fact that Preston Vance is feuding with Lee Moriarty for their mid-card title in ROH? You don't think that would be fun TV for fucking AEW?
That'd be amazing, actually.
Preston, what's that?
So that'd be amazing, actually.
Yeah,
I would be for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Preston's dope. Freaking Lee Moriarty's amazing for freaking young age.
It's like exactly what Moxley's talking about.
Really,
like,
Just?
in the same spot for 5 years. Why aren't? Oh, Just.
Really, Just. All right. Well, shit.
Well, she has a lot of money, but you know what I'm
I
saying?
know, but still.
Why wouldn't you want to see Athena on All Elite Wrestling Presents Ring of Honor TV? Why wouldn't you want to see Preston Vance versus Lee Moriarty? That's money, dude. Like that's really fucking money, dude. 2 young stud talents. Preston Vance is a stud. Lee Moriarty's a stud.
No, you're a stud.
No,
Because
you're
this
a
is what-
fucking nipple. No,
but
You're a whoa.
But see, Bakley's even saying, "I own your ass, so you can come for my white ass all you want." He said.
All right. Well.
Whoa.
Ketchup, Mae Young can give you more kids.
Oh, rest in peace, Mae Young.
Rest in peace, Mae Young. Come on, NXT women roster stacked like a 10-ace deck, and respectfully has more cake than bakery. Yes, I love it, Chef. Yes,
there's a reason why we have properly renamed it NST.
No hands.
Done.
No, you're right. You're right, puppy. Everything you see, you're fucking on point. I'm not. That's why we're here. All 3 of us were here because this is how much we digress for that fucking promotion too for Ring of Honor. They have so much shit there, man. It's like it sucks. Tony Khan needs fucking help of how to promote that show. Promote it on commercials on Dynamite. Oh, make sure you guys tune in on Ring of Honor. Why don't you say that? Why don't you say to have the television audience? Okay, maybe you should get the app. See, give us a fucking pencil, the pen right here. Give us a fucking pen.
Listen, let us book ROH. We'll fucking write that shit in Sharpie.
Yeah, I'll fucking
All Elite Wrestling ROH would be incredible. You just got to put it on TV and you got to book it.
You're damn right, Bakley. Now I'm gonna get McDonald's tomorrow.
See,
hope you're proud of yourself.
Yeah, I might get McDonald's tonight because I might even get. No, I'm gonna get Taco Bell tonight.
I'm loving it.
Taco Bell, my favorite. So I'll probably get. I'll get Taco Bell. You want Taco Bell? I'll order you some Taco Bell.
Hot dog.
I would love some Taco Bell. I would love a cheesy gordita crunch right now.
Shouts. Following has been brought to you by Taco Bell, y'all.
Give me the 5-layer beefy burrito. That's my favorite.
All right.
God. Oh, Jesus. But man, look at my and now with SmackDown.
You child. My strong hands, you child.
Let me tell you something that is my strong hand.
Gotta stir them the taters. Yeah.
With SmackDown, I mean, Redeemer really called it. Like, it's ridiculous with the women's one. This should have been a fucking triple threat. Why did Nick Aldis had to fucking do a one-on-one matchup? Why? But then again, I figured it wasn't going to happen to delay the story longer, Redeemer. That Nia and Tiffy are going to involve and double.
Really, all it is.
And then it's going to be a triple threat at the end. Nick Aldis is going to say, it's going to be a triple threat match now at Bad Blood. Like,
it's literally just to draw it out and bring them a little bit more freaking tension to it, and that's it.
They're not going to get a match at Bad Blood. You think the women's title on SmackDown is worthy of a PLE under?
It is. It's already been confirmed. The winner of this match, on literally tomorrow night between Bayley and Naomi faces Nia at freaking Bad Blood for the title.
And I take my words back. We actually get a women's title match at a PLE. Wow.
And this is why it needs to be a triple threat, because literally you're already this close to freaking making it a triple threat. Just fucking do it. Just have them both pin each other tomorrow night at the exact same time, shoulders down on the mat, triple threat at Bad Blood. There you go.
DQ is better. Double DQ works way better.
No, but it makes so sense what Justin just said. I'm so with that. It might as well be that way, and like, and by the way, the new menu is Suck Bomb and the Baja Blast.
Hell yeah. Telling you, Mountain Dew, hook your boy up. I'm a Dew fucking fiend, bro.
Hey, Barty by Mountain Dew. So hey, Mountain Dew, if you're listening to watching us, let us be your sponsor. Let's be the sponsor.
I will fucking hey, listen, I will take a lifetime supply. All right, hook me up.
Give me Baja Blast the rest of my life. I'll be happy with that.
Hell yeah, I'm sold.
I'm sold with that. Oh my god. But yeah, like I you know what I think though, Bobby and Redeemer? I have a feeling that Tiffy might get intrigued to cash in on that triple threat if it does announce next tomorrow, and then she try to cashes in while all three women are down. Let's say Nia Jax retains on a triple threat, and then see Tiffy getting teased to fucking go and cash in. Let's say she accompanies Nia Jax for that matchup. She gets teased to cash in. Oh my god, I can pin either one of them. I can get involved right now. Oh my god, I can do it. She could probably get. You never know. That could be the case in here. Maybe so. But I'm with you on that one. I don't get it either. But at least I'm glad that Naomi's getting something. I'm glad that Michin is getting more TV time. I saw through our social media calling out Chelsea Green. I guess they're gonna have a matchup on SmackDown, which I don't mind. I'm glad these two women are doing something, really spectacular, something. And Michin has been. I always said it. Michin has always been underrated, never been given the credit's due, and now she's getting the TV time, and she's really improving her characterism and promo very well. And I give her a lot of credit, and I can't wait to see her more often. I'm with you, LA Knight. I don't know what to do with that belt, but I do have a feeling we might get another triple threat here in situation. Might as well make it Carmelo and Andrade versus and LA Knight triple threat. Big competition for that for LA Knight, and then LA Knight can retain, but he is going to have a banger of a fucking matchup. I'll tell you that because for LA Knight's age, and age is only a number. I'm going to clarify that because fuck the age. Doesn't matter. We're all kid at heart.
Right.
Here while we're talking about this because we love you all. We do it for all of you fans. We do it for everybody who are watching us, listening to us around the world. But we love it. We're analysts here for a reason. We're your Stephen A. Smith. We're not the Skip Babies. Fuck him. We're your Shannon Schultz. We are your fucking anybody else, but in the world of sports, we're your Tom Brady. That's fine.
I'll be the Shaquille O'Neal. I'll be fine with that. Just like, let me tell you something right now, Shaq. This
it's like I don't mind seeing that happening. Like, I think LA Knight will put a great match, triple threat match between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. I think it'll put them all three over. Very great. It is making this Intercontinental great. I mean, the U.S. belt great, just like how the Intercontinental, how we talked about this should be like a hot potato. This one, I don't mind it either, but I'd rather prefer, on this situation, I prefer LA Knight to have a run with it, real full with it, and because he deserves it, that man paid his dues. He should have a title run for quite some time for this belt. I don't mind that. And the Cody and Roman bloodline, am I invested? I like the promo. It was great. You guys know that the only thing I could add to this for me is I just got to see where it goes more because it has me in the middle of like, yay, and just get it over with. What the fuck's going to happen? That's just how I am. Like, I just want to know where this is going with it more. Like, I don't want it to be, I don't want this to be a major distraction of other stories that are told on SmackDown. But make this, if you're going to make the story to be your number one, make it where we got to see Hikuleo coming out of Bad Blood. Make it that we got to see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson come out and say he's the Thanos of this situation. And it makes sense because The Rock could wear what Roman wears of a little glove on, the Thanos type of style, with his People's Champs belt and wearing the necklace, what Sequoia's wearing, and calling out and Hikuleo to come out. Him to run in and cause everything to match up. Do we see KO and Randy? I saw in the comments earlier about them going and heel on Cody. Maybe, maybe not. I don't see it. Maybe. It depends on how this story is being developed heading into Survivor Series besides Bad Blood. We're going to have to wait on that situation. I don't know how they're going to do it. That's why I'm not really intrigued. Like, oh my God. Like, no. I am more intrigued of everything else besides this. And I'm not saying Cody's not doing a bad job. I'm not hating on Cody. Cody, I'm not. I love Cody. And he's a great fucking champion. I'm just saying, the story's it's kind of dying out for me, this bloodline. I just get to the point so then we can all be all of us will be like, yes, this is what we want to see. I think the last piece of the puzzle is Hikuleo and The Rock. That is all the last piece of the puzzle.
It is a fair take, though, because, again, it's been going on for so long.
Yeah.
It is interesting to a point, but it is also getting very exhausting. It just feels like it just keeps going and going and going. And it's like, yes, you're going to intrigue some people, but it's like some people are like really starting to just be like, okay, can we start doing like and like actually showing more than just bloodline related stuff?
You know why that is? Because Cody should not fucking be involved in it. He should be off doing his own
That's
Cody
a good point.
while Roman is here. Jimmy, this match should not be Roman and Cody against Solo and Jacob. It's fucking ridiculous. This match should be Roman and Jimmy against Solo and Jacob.
Yeah, literally at SmackDown, literally, Cody said, I'm done with this shit. What in the absolute fuck convinced him to go out there and help Roman? That's the thing.
It's dumb. And I get it. These two guys are the biggest two stars of the company. You are literally mega powering them right now.
Yes.
You are doing the ultimate mega maniacs with Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, or the mega powers with Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man. I get what you're doing. It's fucking stupid, though. All right. At the end of the day, Cody should not be teaming with Roman. This man made his life hell for 2 years, and now magically I'm gonna fucking be your fucking hero because that's what he does. No, it should be Jimmy, Roman, and Jimmy against Solo and Jacob, and Cody should be defending the title against someone else. And
the issue is Cody's too nice of a guy to be doing this, and that's why.
I'm with you on that. You know the coffin. My thing is just really more like I hope this really. It sucks, but I don't think they're not gonna exclude Cody out of the story because this is really more about Dwayne wanting to get the job done what Roman couldn't finish doing this year, and this is I see that later down the line. I'm with you though. What you're saying though, Tim, like get it away from now, then bring it back later like a Rumble, and you know how you said last week. You said it last week how to develop it into that case. I am so with you on that. You're not wrong about that. I'm with you. But I think right now they're doing this until the time is right, because when Dwayne, I don't know, he got hurt during his filming, is the time will come right, and for him to exclude Cody out of that situation, and then really have more Roman having his side against Dwayne on, War Games, and having The Rock, instead of being participating, like him getting involved in that. This is what I can picture. I can picture supposedly he's going to get involved in the War Games. I can see The Rock sitting in that cage like, I'm the last one, but I'm going to let everybody else do their job, whoop everybody's ass, and next see them winning. I think he's going to have The Rock walk in there and pin Roman literally 1, 2, 3 without doing a damn thing because his goons did all the beat up and everything else. And then it goes more farther than that. I see that happen. I see it. I fucking see it. Something tells me that that's where we're going to get into that. And that's your Thanos type of move of Marvel.
Poppy, do you think he shows up after War Games, though? So what if we just do Bloodline 4-on-4, not Rock? So you get the 4 there, no Hikuleo, and you get Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Sammy versus the Bloodline that's there. After the match, maybe Roman stands tall, and then Rock's music hits. Remember how Punk showed up? Survivor Series, that was the big return. What if The Rock is the big Punk return to end Survivor Series, and you get that stare down?
Honestly, I'd save it even for that. Honestly, I'd save it even for that. Have it wait for The Rock to where we finally get the first solo Roman face to face, where it starts to where Roman actually questions him. Why the hell did you take the Ulafala when you knew I was still a tribal chief no matter what? And that's when it could actually lead to Solo actually doing I took the Ulafala, but I actually did it for, and then cue The Rock.
Oh, yes. I love that. I love that.
Like he did his daddy. I did it for.
If he just goes, I did it for, and then.
Justin, that's sexy, bro.
I love it. Like it'd be fucking wild. There's your Rock, and there's your Rock getting involved in it. That's where you start to be like, Rock turned his back on him.
That makes more sense to do it that way. You're so fucking on point, Redeemer. Oh my god.
My worried part of this is my worried issue with this whole thing still is that honestly, with Rock coming back, then I do feel more like Mania is going to be Cody and Rock and not Roman and Rock, which disappoints me because the point of the entire way to end this is Roman Rock.
Yeah, WrestleMania 42 because
Yeah, and I don't know how long you can keep people intrigued for another whole fucking year.
He's gonna hold that belt for a year. He's gonna hold that belt for a year.
I
Sorry,
disagree. It's okay. It's fine. And I apologize because I interrupted. I disagree. There's a reason why. There's 2 nights of Mania for next year. You can have either one of them in that situation. You can have Rock going, facing Roman, and the winner of that go face Cody night 2. That's what you could do in that situation. Or you could have Rock and Cody, and then you could have Roman and Cody, and then Cody beats both of them, overpowering all over Bloodline, and the Bloodline is over, done. Or you could have a triple threat in this situation. Maybe that could be that.
The end. I mean, the end. I mean, if you want this to literally truly tell you the end of the Bloodline is happening, it has to be Roman Rock with Roman going over. That's it.
Why it's going to happen at 42 and he's going to take the belt off of The Rock. The Rock is going to hold that belt for a full year. The Rock will beat Cody at WrestleMania this year. Roman will probably wrestle solo.
No, Rock will not beat Cody. We are not giving the fucking title to Rock. Fuck off, Rock.
Don't think that I want that. Do not think that I want that. But he will hold that belt for a year. Rock will hold that belt for a full fucking year.
Oh, cool. We get now fucking Dwayne the Brock Johnson. Wonderful.
He'll beat Rollins. He'll beat Cody in a rematch. He'll beat Rollins, and maybe he'll beat like Jay or something. And then
how about
lose
this?
it to Roman at WrestleMania 42.
How about this though? How about is the triple threat night 1, and say Cody defeats both of them, and then the one thing that is on the line is, of course, the head of the table on the line. It'll be night 2 between The Rock and Roman to end who is the head of the table of the tribal. But there you go, and then you can end it from there.
But that's why we don't even need the The Rock and Cody never needs to happen until maybe SummerSlam of this upcoming year. At WrestleMania this year should be very simple. Randy Orton against Cody for the title, or John Cena against Cody for the title. But I would do John Cena and Gunther, and I would do Randy Orton and Cody, and I would do Roman versus The Rock.
See two scenarios.
No title for the Ula follow. That's it. That doesn't need the title.
I see 2 scenarios in that one where you're saying. I see Cena and Orton night 1 because they never had a Mania one-on-one, only in a triple threat, but never a one-on-one.
Okay.
And then I see the winner of that facing Cody night 2. That's why you have Rock and Roman night 2, Cody versus the winner of Randy and Orton and Cena, and for night 2. And let's say Cena wins. Cena passes the torch to Cody when he loses to Cody night 2, and Cena is gone. He's done. Bye. There you go. You are now the new head for this product, besides Roman that is already prior for the last, because of some McNugget made him that way, but he is the feature for that direction for the product. That could be the case in this one. That could happen. There's so many scenarios that we are inputting in this. We don't know how it's going to. That's what I'm saying, that the only way for us to be determined is what will happen these next 2 PLEs, which is Bad Blood and which is War Games, which we have to see where it goes. Because if we don't see Dwayne here, if we see Hikuleo, then that's how you know we're seeing Dwayne at Survivor Series.
Honestly, the preferred way I'd like to say is Rock and Cody Royal Rumble. Honestly, you want to make Rumble fucking huge? Cody versus Rock at Rumble. Cody freaking beats Rock, which then has the part where you start where again you can, when you do the whole thing with Solo bringing back Rock, that's when Rock takes the Ulafala. But then he can just basically confront Roman and say, unless you can find your way to me, I'm not giving you this back. Okay. That's when Rock just keeps the Ulafala. But that's when Rock goes and pulls his whole, I'm the tribal chief, so guess what I can make myself do? I'm getting my match with this freaking dweeb over here talking about Cody. So he finally gets his Cody match. He loses to Cody. And then Rock kind of goes away for a little bit until he comes back. And then that's when we can get the confront Roman moment again. finally get Roman Rock at 41, and then finally, I say, put an end to this damn bloodline thing, because I don't know how much longer you can keep going with this entire story before people start going, all right, when the fuck is this gonna like really end?
I'm with you on that. I am so with you how you're saying it, because it makes sense. Because what better way to end it that way? Really, more that direction than at next year's Mania, to end it that way and start a new era of everybody going their separate ways. Like Guerrilla Destiny going their own different ways. Or I don't give a fuck. Let them be with Jacob Pop too. I don't want to mind seeing that. Have Solo go his own sort of direction.
Yes.
And then having Roman finally be like, you know what, I'm done. No more with Usos or Sammy. You guys do your thing. I'll do my own thing, and there you go. And have Roman build a mid-card title, like either the Intercontinental or the U.S. title, and there you go.
No.
That's why you can save Survivor Series. That's why you could save Survivor Series for Cody and Randy.
No mid-card title. We are just.
I get you, TK. I get you.
Roman is the king of wrestling. All right, listen. At the end of the day, the biggest star in wrestling is Roman. There's no one bigger. I'm just saying. I mean that with all as a Shield truther as I am. The three biggest stars in wrestling are Roman Reigns, Jon Moxley, and Seth Rollins. Now, Cody might be number one with Fanatics with his merch, and he's got himself to that level of those guys, which is fantastic. But Roman Reigns is the top dog. I get why you guys think that it needs to end at 41, but the shit needs to go to 42. If Cody and Rock needs to be told, which I don't think it does, but it's going to be told. Cody basically, us fans hijacked the Rock's moment, all right? We took his world title away from him. We took it Rock's moment. We shut the Rock down for being a fucking bullshit artist. And he's going to be a bullshit artist, and he's going to continue to be a bullshit artist. And Dwayne, just like when Dwayne fucked Punk, because Dwayne should have never, ever fucking beaten Punk for that title, which is why he left, which I still don't blame him for leaving, okay? Because he should have never lost to Dwayne. And at worst,
damn right he shouldn't have.
At worst, it should have been a triple threat match at WrestleMania between fucking Cena, Punk, and fucking Dwayne. At worst, all right? Bullshit that he lost to him. And Dwayne's going to come back and he's going to do the same thing to number 5
hell no.
on Fanatics. Oh, he is. Cody is number 5 on Fanatics, the number 1 wrestling merch. He's competing with LeBron James. He's competing with Messi. That's what Cody Rhodes is. And you know what The Rock's going to do? He's going to come back and take that ass, all right? Because that's what The Rock's going to do. And he's going to barely be there. He's going to casually defend the belt. It'll be against Jey Uso. It'll be against fucking Sami Zayn. It'll be against Seth Rollins. It'll be against Roman's boys until at WrestleMania 42, the biggest act in wrestling takes the belt back, because Roman ain't touching belt until WrestleMania 42. And
Roman does not need to touch a belt ever again. I've said this multiple times.
We got 2
Roman
belts.
should never hold a title ever again. Roman at this point never needs to hold a title ever again.
Face Roman after WrestleMania 42, like face Roman versus Gunther. Come on. You don't want to see that.
No, Roman never needs a title.
SummerSlam?
Roman never needs a title ever again at this point. Because if Roman is never beating and or coming close to even his own fucking record, then there's no fucking point in giving Roman a title.
Why did Ric Flair hold about 16 times? Why did fucking
What's Ric Flair? Fuck Ric Flair. We don't give a shit about Ric Flair.
Bruno held it for fucking 5,000 days or 3,000
That's because Bruno didn't have any fucking competition. And they only defended it once every fucking like 7 months.
But
so
that's what makes
fuck
it
no.
special. Doing it 18 months later.
He did have competition, but he was the number 1 guy. That's the only problem. The thing is,
Roman versus Seth for the belt at SummerSlam or something. Seth beats Roman for it. Come on, that's so money.
I'd rather have Roman put over talent than really put over himself right now, because now we are in a direction that we have to invest on the next 20 years now with a new era, a new creative, a new investor who is now owner of it. That's where it's supposed to be invested on. We can't fall back into what it was the last 10 years, because that's how you keep in mind. And I hear you, Bob, but you have to keep in mind, marketing business wise, you can't fall back where it was 10 years ago, and the marketing value of the product was lower than what your competition was. That is AEW. You can't do that.
Roman Reigns
You
is your
have
top
to.
draw, which is
Yeah,
why-
but at this point,
But
no
at this point,
major bloodline player should be holding a title. That is
I
it.
said, I said
not right
WrestleMania 42. That's 18 months from now. Like
I
I'm not,
still
that's
wouldn't.
No.
Yeah, but I still
And
wouldn't
no.
do it. No, because
No,
there's
because then think about it. You're literally going Rock holding the title for a year, barely defending the title, to put it back on Roman to barely defend it.
That's why you have 2 world titles.
That'd be fucking
The
atrocious.
problem is The Rock. The problem is The Rock in the first place. The Rock should never touch the belt. I don't agree with what I'm saying should happen. Or I'm not agreeing with what I'm saying will happen. I'm not saying this is what should happen, all right? I'm saying this is what will happen. The Rock will hold that belt for a year. Roman will beat him at 42. But Roman deserves the title at some point. Roman is the biggest fucking star in the company. Roman is the biggest star in wrestling. You cannot deprive the biggest star of wrestling. We just talked about John Moxley in AEW.
Like I said, I'm not
Isn't that
doubting.
the same thing?
I'm not denying that. I know Roman is like clearly the biggest fucking name in pro wrestling today. But I'm saying Roman never needs to hold a title ever again now at this point, because at this point, if he's never getting close to his reign, being the 3rd overall longest reigning champion in that company, and he's not even either going to come close, freaking tie it, or freaking conquer it, what's the point of giving him a title at that point?
Maybe the greatest world title reign of all time. Bruno did what he did, but again, he didn't do it on TV. He didn't do what he did in front of fucking the people that he did in front of. Like, that is very well the best title reign of all time, is it not?
It is, because knowing Bruno's past and knowing the matches he had, and with Gorgeous George and with everybody else that he had, Pedro Morales, like I can't compare that, because it's way different in that era, and that era was really more about really a storytelling in the ring more than outside. You really didn't see no promos at all when it comes to that. It was really more based on in-ring professional wrestling. It wasn't based on outside performing of, hey, I'm gonna get this guy on Saturday night. I don't know, beat him. No, there was none of that bullshit. It was just more like it was getting more of that. But here's one thing that we forgot about. One thing, gentlemen, there is a title though that Roman can win, and that is the People's Champion belt from the Block.
The fake title. The ROH world title he can win.
No,
WWE's FTW title.
Exactly. I was gonna say that. Thank you for saying that. They can run with that, and that will make sense, because you know why it will make sense to that, because that's what I mentioned about putting people over. Why Roman could do that with using that belt as prestige. So remember, I've been a People's Champ for this long. I have held it for a long time. Now, who could hold this belt? I am for the people, and run with that story and go with it after defeating The Rock for that belt and the freaking chain and the chain, and go with it and run with it and see who's winning the challenge. That's how you can put over your talents there. Storytelling. And you can have Roman retain. I don't care. That's fine. But the one thing is he's putting the talent over storytelling wise. It gives the opportunity for other talents to be like, hey, you know what? I'm going for this, for this belt. I want that. I want to be the People's Champ. That type of style, and then builds a story into it. Then use that as an advantage for it. Keep Roman away from the actual main titles, from the heavyweight, from the WWE title. Keep that away. I'd rather have Gunther build stories with Eli Dragunov and fucking Drew McIntyre and
Sami Zayn too.
Sami Zayn too. I'd rather have him doing what he's doing on Raw and waiting for Damian Priest to get his rematch to what he deserved after he's done with that story with Bloodline, with Judgment Day, than having him Roman Reigns. I'd rather see that fucking direction. That's what I want to do with Roman Reigns in that situation, because he's not losing nothing. He's not losing his star moment. He's still a star. The guy's on top no matter where the fuck he's at. Bottom line, he could be in the first opening matchup, mid-card, or whatever. He's still a fucking star. It's not killing him at all. He's done. He paid his fucking dues. And we were tired of it. This cannot be repetitive again for the Hogan era or San Martino era. We cannot do that. There has to be now a new future, and that is Cody Rhodes. Whether people like it or not, Cody Rhodes is the future. He is your next John Cena, whether people like it or not. And John Cena will be the one passing him that torch, which he did at Mania. He's like, you're the next guy. I'm done. Like, here you go. So might as well be Cena be the one giving Cody Rhodes, here you go, bro. You're the next guy. Let him have it. Cody deserves it. He worked his ass off to get where he's at. He left to independent circuit, to TNA, to fucking Ring of Honor, to New Japan, to fucking creative AEW. And he didn't put himself over to AEW. He did it the smart way. No, he wanted to create his own legacy and actually win the actual main belt that his father couldn't win. And he did it. Let him have this moment. He deserves to have that for the next 10 years or fucking 5. I don't care. But let that man have that belt for at least 5 years or less than that. Let him have it. Let him have that moment. He deserves that. Because whether you like it or not, Cody's promos, even the promo that he had on SmackDown, really put over people. And the way how he did with Roman Reigns. Oh, but you're in my way. My fucking life. Like all that. Like, oh, love that. Awesome. Love it. This is, but I get you. Cody should not be involved in this. I hope he's out of this after this and have that, and that's it. Get invested in building other talents. Come on. He had a fantastic fucking phenomenal, no pun intended, with AJ Styles at Backlash. He had a great matchup with Kevin Owens. He had it wasn't bad. It worked great. I want him to continue doing that, putting other talent over. It didn't kill none of their momentums. It continued it. I'm with you of him getting away from this fucking story for a meantime. While we're heading at how Justin said, Rumble Mania. I am so with that. I'd rather keep it that way instead of going with it throughout this whole end of the rest of the year, because then we're going to be like,
SmackDown will immediately go back to unwatchable again.
Yeah.
Yo, what if The Rock did win the belt, and what if they did Randy Orton versus The Rock at a SummerSlam? You don't think like that's sexy fucking money?
I mean, that's a huge match, but again, Randy's not beating Rock.
Like, I know, but Randy won't win, but
Randy should, because again, legend killer.
KO versus The Rock. Like,
I'd rather have. I get you, but how about instead of the title, have that for the number one contendership for it? Because I'd rather have that.
I'm just saying, The Rock, Dwayne's selfish. We know Dwayne isn't doing this unless he's fucking parading around fucking himself. Like, come on.
Yeah, but he knows at the end of the day he has to listen to fucking who else? His boss, who owns the company, even though he's part owner of it, but not fully in that board.
Oh, but no, he could easily sell them that it's good for business, which is fair because he can say, "Come on, me versus
Is
Randy,
it now? Is it for the belt?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson versus Randy Orton and
for the belt, Tim? You're telling me for the belt. You're telling me for the belt. I say no. I say more.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't. But to casuals like Streets, all right. If Streets were to see on paper Randy Orton versus The Rock for the world title at SummerSlam, that's a fucking dream match, dude. That's
I'm not saying you're wrong about the dream match. I'm not saying, but the speculation of it is where I disagree. I feel like it should be really more for a contendership, because I get it. You mentioned Streets, right? But here's the thing, though. You have to look at it in the marketing business of the demographics. They're not really invested of the 45 and above. They're more under of it. You want the 18 to 21 to get invested in the product, because we're in a new era. We can't live that McNugget era no more. We can't do that. We have to.
They still know The Rock. Everyone.
That's fine. I am so.
No one's like Cody Rhodes. I love Cody.
We don't know that.
The casual, I do though. I do. The casuals know The Rock. It's just that's how it is. It's always been that way. It's why Hulk Hogan stayed on top forever. It's why John Cena stayed on top, because everyone knows John Cena.
Well, okay. Well, John Cena is different. I'm not gonna compare to Hogan. Hogan is different because that era. If we could go back to that era, we could debate that.
Hogan's the GOAT. I mean, Hogan and Austin are the GOATs. They're the two best of all time. Hogan and Austin. Austin and Hogan. Austin and Hogan. Hogan and Austin. And why are they the GOATs? Because they did what they fucking did. Face, heel, does not matter. They sold merch. They got the crowds into it. With The Rock, the reason Rock's on Mount Rushmore is because he can do it face or heel. What was his persona this last year? What was he? That
final
persona,
boss.
The final boss. Right. The final boss can get 18-year-olds invested into wrestling. That shit's like, that's better than any flippity flop bullshit you're gonna fucking see.
And I am
like,
with you. I
was there at the United Center, or I was there at the Allstate when The Rock came out. Dude, my fucking arm. And I don't fuck Dwayne. Fuck Dwayne. But my goosebumps were fucking here because The Rock was there. Like, it's The Rock, man. Like,
I get you, but
he could be the president.
I know. I get you on that. I'm not saying you're wrong about that. It's just my thing is you want to invest in the future. You do not want to continue to stick into something into the past that we love, and the current ones that I get your point. You're saying the demographics are they know who The Rock is, but not really Cody. It's a 50-50. That's why I could debate that, because no, people know Cody Rhodes. The problem is how Justin says. The problem here is the way how they have him on SmackDown book has not been really invested the way how Raw is, how they have a Gunther. I compare that because what is it that has us on Raw? Like, oh, Gunther, and now what are we gonna get? Gunther, Cody. What are we getting next from Cody? Back again to the situation? No, fuck off. Give us something. That's where it is. We don't want that. That's what I'm saying. Why we want Bad Blood to end Cody here and get him away from that. Come back to it later. Let them fight their situation. Family matters, and you go fucking your direction of being a title contender, defending your title with new challenges. Cena did it. If you want to compare that to Cena, go back to Cena's era. He did the same shit. He didn't go back to the same story. He fucking who's next? Boom, he got somebody next.
Umaga, Ali, Edge,
yes,
Orton,
yes,
HBK, Triple A, Triple Threat. Oh, I agree with you. I would rather The Rock and Roman and they fight over a fucking necklace and a title. I'm not, again, this isn't what I want. I would rather Cody go fucking do him against fucking everybody. I'm just saying what they're gonna do because they have 2 world titles and they're gonna use one of them on the bloodline.
And I still feel like it's going to be the necklace and the people's title that should be on the line for them.
I mean, just think that's our way to start Roman now calling himself the People's Chief.
Exactly. Thank you. Oh, that's why I fucking love it.
And you don't need a title for that. I agree. You can just fight over the necklace. Fight over the Ulafala. Fight over it. Just like Punk and Drew are fighting over a bracelet for the last 6 months, all right? Fucking fight over a necklace. It doesn't matter, but I just think they're gonna put the belts on The Rock. I don't want it. I don't want it. I promise you, I don't want it. But I just think it's
we will come back to that when after Bad Blood for sure. I want to see
for sure.
That is for sure. But you know what for sure is we got the preview for Rampage happening and Grand Slam is not over. It's for Collision. So. This is what we have, and I'll put it up so you guys could know because I know it's small, but I'll tell you the matches. If only this thing could tell me very quickly. So,
Malachi's back. That's exciting.
Oh boy, House of Black's actually wrestling, but it's on fucking Rampage.
Wow! Finally.
Yeah. So on Rampage, we have Malachi and Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews back from his honeymoon. You lucky bastard! I hate
shouts.
Respectfully. Versus actually Andrade and Leo Rush. I don't mind seeing that. That'll be awesome.
Sounds like a fun match.
Takashita, the MVP of the IWG, at the G1 Climax versus Angelico, which I'm looking forward to seeing.
That sounds like a dope match, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Willow Nightingale versus Taya Valkyrie, which, by the way, I know I forgot to mention. I know we don't really talk about what Rampage Collisions, their stories, but I am invested in one thing that I'm really intrigued. And I did see the promos, and I'm pretty sure you guys saw it. Deonna Purrazzo and Tyler Valkyrie. Like, wait a minute, what's gonna happen with this shit? Oh, we're gonna get a faction here. We're gonna get a little small tag team here. Ooh, I like it.
Poppy, she said she has more coming, more former allies coming, which is interesting. I wonder who else she has. That's
she's just making a huge stable.
I know.
Yeah.
That mean you know what that means. We have to go back and rewatch our TNA days when we were both there of what they were talking about. That's something that I'm really interested.
So I just thought about it. If she's the virtuosa, does that mean if she makes a fucking faction, does that mean she calls it the orchestra? Deanna Purrazzo. I'm trying to help you there.
You're gonna have
I
to.
wouldn't mind- I wouldn't mind seeing that shit.
And then she's gonna come out to the orchestra.
We have the Acclaim in action as well, and we have Anna Jay and Robin Renegade. The Renegades.
Shouts to Anna Jay.
Hey, she did a great job in Stardom Tournament.
Yes.
I saw the highlights finally, and I was in really. I saw highlights of her. She did a fantastic job, man.
She did.
She did. She fucking nailed it on that tournament. I gotta give her what credit's due for that woman.
Scapegoat, be happy for your woman. Be proud of your woman.
Hell yeah. Even
She
though you
killed
weren't
it.
There. No. Of course, we have the Saturday one for Collision Grand Slam. We do have the triple threat Lucha Libre style hologram versus Dralistico and Beast Mortos.
Oh.
We have the Soraya Rules match, which I'm looking forward to seeing. Jamie Hayter versus Soraya. I've been invested in seeing that matchup. We have the Tornado Trios match. Of course, Justin's favorite faction, the Learning Tree. Hi, guys.
Fuck you, Learning Tree.
Hi, guys.
Fuck that tree.
Come on. You got to give them a break. And, I know they piss you off sometimes, but hey, you know what? They're the Learning Tree for a reason. So you got to give them some type of credit. Give them at least something. But, they're going to be there involved in that matchup against the combination of
I'll show y'all how we do in the conglomeration, baby. That's right, because we're about to.
See, I understood it. Briscoe just said.
Guys.
God.
I don't know. And then Brian Cook said, Chef saying they chose. No, I see them. They're up, Chef. They're creating a faction. That's for sure.
Just like I said, I will never not call Jericho a legend. I just can't stand this freaking character. It's so bad.
I'm sorry, but I always say this and I always say about Jericho. He is the Tom Brady of professional wrestling, whether you like it or not. We never liked Tom Brady in football, but hey, he won 6 rings. Fuck it. Let him have it. So there you go. And the Chef said, the virtuoso sympathy. That could be case. You have Jeff Jarrett versus Hangman Adam Page in a strap match. You have the Trios Championship where it's going to be defended, which BCC was, of course, Wheeler Yuta versus Private Party and Commander. The main event, Karuska Okada defending the Continental title versus Sammy Guevara. So, gentlemen, yeet. That's right, Marcus. Yeet. Shout out to World Elite. And that's right. It's Sportsmania. Shout out to Sportsmania. You catch them on Game Breaker Sports YouTube channel. This man and Freddie kills it. Brings you the updated sports of college, football, anything you guys would like to talk about, especially streets. I miss streets, man. Where the hell streets? I miss streets. Whoever wants to go first, take it away. Are you guys invested in seeing these two shows and which one got you really fascinating? And also to add to that question, really, what are your thoughts on this faction that we're seeing of Deanna Purrazzo and Tyler Bakary? What do you think? What faction are you talking about? Go more details. I want to hear you guys' stuff. So whoever wants to get the floor first, the floor is yours.
TK, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll rip it quick. It's great to see the House of Black back on TV. Takeshita is going to rip Angelico's head off. I love the faction of Deanna Purrazzo and Taya Valkyrie. I'm excited to see where that's going to go. Who else is going to be added to it? Willow obviously is going to beat Taya. Willow's got something with Deanna, but Willow just crossed paths with Mariah. So, again, is TK doing too much with Willow here? Why isn't he spreading the women's division out a little bit? So you have this Deanna thing going on. You're putting Willow involved here, but why is Willow involved in the world championship picture too? Hell yeah. I'm sure that's a fucking great show. Bad Blood 2004, Marcus and Justin.
I got finished watching it, by the way.
But I don't necessarily get why Willow's doing both things. If she's going to fuck with Mariah, let her fuck with Mariah. Don't have her involved with this Deanna thing. So it's a little confusing there. But I guess that's Tony just being Tony. The Acclaim stuff, I'm over them and Eminem. The Acclaim were fucking tag title number one contenders. They were in a triple threat match that FTR cockblocked them on, and they really never went after the Young Bucks again. That's kind of disappointing. Anna Jay is great. I love her progression. If you want to talk about people in AEW who started 5 years ago to now, her progression has been nothing short of fucking fantastic. So I'm excited to see.
I am so with you on that.
Yeah, she's been great, Poppy. And it's just so fucking great. Excited to see who's challenging Jack. That Lucha Libre match is going to be awesome. I've seen Mortos and Hologram, the former Aramis, many a times at Warrior Wrestling live against each other, doing lucha shit. They're great. Mortos is fucking amazing. Jamie, slaughter Saraya, please, and then go to the women's title. They never lost, or go after Mercedes or do something.
I want her Mercedes. That's what I want. I really want that.
Yes, badly.
Yes.
Like, that would be great. Conglomeration, they better be the next trios champions. Hangman and Jeff Jarrett's going to slap Jeff Jarrett. I hate him my whole life. This is the most over Jeff Jarrett's been to me ever, all right? This is the best version of Jeff Jarrett I've ever seen. I love it. The trios match, I'm very excited for. Can't wait to see what Wheeler is going to do. I love Pac Smile. They're dirty. Give them better opponents. If they're going to stick together, let them have better opponents than this. Sammy's going to beat Okada because it's an eliminator match. And if Sammy wins, he gets a title shot on the 50th anniversary show. So this match isn't actually for the belt, but it's a stupid eliminator. So I think Sammy wins. I don't agree with it. If Okada loses clean, I'll be pretty disappointed. But how are you going to have Sammy lose this match if it's a number one contender spot for a match at the 5-year show? So I don't know. But it'll be a fun match nonetheless. I'd love to see Sammy in this big spot.
All right, Redeemer. Take it away.
I'll actually say Rampage actually looks like a pretty solid show. Like, I'm just happy House of Black, wrestling. Like, I wish we could see them on Dynamite instead of on these other shows, but, to each his own. Takeshita and Angelico sounds pretty freaking dope. I might actually kind of also wanting to kind of check that out a little bit because, first off, something just gives me thoughts like Takeshita in Lucha Underground against Angelico would have been fucking wild. So now to see it here should be friggin' awesome. I'm with TK. I don't get why Willow's messing around with Taya. Like, that to me just screams Taya's going to take an L so Willow can pick up some wins to get her closer to Mariah, which I guess that's what we're doing here. Acclaimed, there sucks for them because so far since after the Bucks stuff, they just basically have just dropped again. Really sucks. And Anna Jay, like I said, I gave her props earlier. She's fantastic. I think her going to Stardom was an absolute smart idea for that to help her in the end. So congrats to her for that. And Collision, honestly, I've been kind of off Collision for the most part, but this show actually looks pretty damn solid. I don't know who the mystery opponent is for Jack. I'm kind of intrigued to find that one out. The triple threat, for the lucha match sounds awesome because I love Beast Mortos. I've really been impressed with Hologram. Jalistico, I wish we could see more of. He just kind of is there. The conglomeration and learning tree, how I am with the learning tree. It just sucks that the conglomeration is now gonna fuck around with this.
Hi guys!
Exactly.
Griff Garrison!
Whoa, who the fuck is Griff Garrison?
This is Griff Garrison!
Don't you see it's Griff Garrison? He's right there.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't care!
That's accurate right there. And that sucks because I love the conglomeration, but the learning tree just doesn't help me at all whatsoever.
Piss off,
I am a learning tree.
Jesus, Bakley.
Oh God.
Jarrett and Hangman, another one. I wish. What the fuck? How does Hangman go from beating Swerve to fucking around with Jeff Jarrett? What the fuck is this nonsense? The trios title match I'm intrigued by because I want to see how this is going to work with Wheeler being on the outs right now. But now you got him having to basically forcibly team with Pac and Claudio. To me, that's going to be very intriguing. And Okada and Sammy, that should be dope, but I can't see Sammy beating Okada. I just can't see Sammy beating Okada. And I know it just kind of sounds kind of fucking pointless to have this eliminator match if Okada's just going to beat him. But again, I can't see Sammy beating Okada. But yeah, the shows look like they're pretty solid for, the continuation of the ground for Grand Slam. So and honestly, I think it's intriguing me to want to check them out. So good job, AEW, on that one.
Yeah, good job. And I know De Niro was here earlier, and he was not going to tell us, which I'd rather not be told and rather than just spoil it. I'd rather not know. I want to see it. I want to see it. And yeah.
Surprises, damn it. Don't spoil
Yeah, come on, man. We're pro wrestling fans for a reason. We do it here for all of you guys who are watching and listening. Because no, we're not one of those pieces of shit that try to spoil shit for you guys. Oh my god, this shit wasn't fuck all that shit. It's not no. We're your fucking Stephen A. Shannon Sharps of professional wrestling. That's what we are here. We fucking say it like how it is. But one more thing before we close it out here.
Oh, I can't wait.
My god.
I can't wait.
This is going to be a 2-night event. And just to full disclosure, folks, we will be live streaming the watch along for this event.
Yes.
This event is stacked for the 2 nights. And they announced, Mackenzie Mitchell as part of the backstage crew. Don Callis is going to be with Mauro Ranallo in the broadcast team, in the commentating table. They got Aiden Prince, another independent star that I've been really familiar with. Very awesome. I'm glad he's part of it. Sue Grayson is part of it too. Athena, of course, she's going to be there. Yamashita. Oh my god, Yamashita.
Fucking Miyu Yamashita is a fucking animal. I am a fucking huge fan of hers.
Yes, I am. We got Alex Zane, familiar with his work. QT Marceau, who's gonna be there. Lucky Lucy Lane, I'm familiar with her work. I'm excited that really Scott D'Amore is really building this 2-night event tremendously, which I'm really invested in seeing how Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling is going to be coming up on October 19th and 20th.
19th and 20th, yep.
That's going to be
Josh Alexander and Konosuke Takeshita is a matchup for this show. Sign me the fuck up.
Oh my god, that's a fucking Saturday.
Scott D'Amore, I will pay you double for this show just because I'm fucking pumped for it.
This man has booked it in. He got people Mike Bailey. He got Sheldon Jean. I mean, he got Speedball and Konosuke at night 1. He got night 2, Josh Alexander and Konosuke for that matchup.
Oh, my boy Alex Zane on the show. Let's fucking go, dude.
He got Athena and Giselle Shaw for sure happening. And I don't know what night. He got that happening. Fuck. Scott D'Amore, what the fuck are you doing with your money? Like, you got Mauro Ranallo. You got... oh my God, I forgot to add this guy in the picture. I was going to add him. He got ELP in this event. El Phantasmo.
Oh, I got El Phantasmo. Let's go.
Oh, my God.
I love ELP. Give me ELP versus Alex Zane. I am for it.
I am so down with that, too. Oh, my God. They will fucking kill it.
Let's go.
Oh, such good shit. So, I mean, so we are going to officially do it because we're so invested in this card. I can't say no. Justin really convinced me. He's like, dude, we got to do a fucking live stream.
I think we should. Like I said, we had to. It just seems so intriguing. It's so intriguing.
See, like even Bailey, Nettie. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll hit it for you, baby. Just for you.
I just picture Bakley doing that 5 times, just going.
Well, you and Bakley gonna be hosting it for the 2 nights, so you
yes.
Be doing that. So there you go. Congratulations, you and Bakley will be hosting the watch along for those 2 nights.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
Callis and Morrow as a commentary team sounds amazing.
I know. I'm so excited to see how they're gonna react. Like commentary, Callis and fucking Ron. Like, oh my God, Mamma Mia! Like, oh my God, I picture it. Bobby, are you getting more invested in this Maple Leaf, or you still not really invested?
No, it seems like a great independent wrestling promotion, man. You gotta love to see the indies thrive, man. There's fucking great talent on the show. The fact that Tony Khan's lending his talent, Athena, Takeshita, Don Callis, you gotta love it. Morrow coming back. I'm not a big Mauro Ranallo fan at all. Small doses of him is okay. So the fact is, this is a small dose, so it's okay. I never want to see him weekly again. So this is okay. A small dose of Morrow is okay with me. Him and Callis is going to be great, but no. If you got Takeshita and Josh Alexander, if you got Takeshita and Speedball, if you got Athena and Giselle Shaw, you got Mio on the card, you got to love some hot sauce. Fucking, come on. You got to love the hot sauce, right? So the card's going to be good, man, for sure. And if Bakley and Justin are doing a watch along for it, then it's going to be extra good.
No, you're extra good.
No, you're Nipple Mania.
You're more Nipple-mania than me. That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, God. They can see he can't even stop coming. Bakley's like, oh, yeah. Take a shit out wrestling. But yes, Bakley, I said that.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Period.
Yes, you'll be hosting along with Justin for this watch along.
Got this, Bakley.
You will be hosting. But man, should I? Nah, I won't. I think we're gonna wait on that. I wanted to add the situation that happened in TNA with Joe Henry, Frank Kazarian, and Nick Nemeth. So I guess what we know is the winner of that will face Nick Nemeth at Bound for Glory. That's what we know. So
Say his name and he appears.
You said it! You said it!
I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
New world champion right there. Make it happen, TNA.
He's been winning this belt at Bound for Glory for 8 months. So
I said that shit on Slammiversary. What I tell you, Justin? What I tell you, okay, he's gonna go at Bound for Glory, and look what happened. He beat Josh Alexander though. He did beat him.
Yes, with a submission, which is hysterical.
Yes. So if he beats Kazarian here, then we are gonna get Nick Nemeth and fucking.
Just do the fucking thing, TNA. NXT didn't give me the thing. TNA gave me the thing.
Not gonna do Nick Nemeth versus Kazarian in the main event of their biggest show. It'll be.
I mean, that match would be dope. Don't get me wrong, but
it'll be
Hendry versus Nemeth is a must.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Wave your hands from side to side and say, oh, I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is so.
You gotta believe.
Just do it.
Come on. This man needs to have. What way to end in 2024 for Joe Hendry to win at TNA's Mania Bound for Glory for that fucking belt? Nick Nemeth putting him over. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Think about it. WWE just did it with their most freaking popular, person right now in Jey Uso by giving him the IC title. It's time for TNA to do the exact same with their most over guy right now in Joe Hendry.
You would have Trick Willie and Joe Hendry in an NXT ring with the 2 world titles. How you doing?
Let's go. The music that would come out of the both of them would be fucking fun.
Yes, absolutely. But before we close it out here, what's more fun though? I'll tell you. What's really more fun. Let me just do this very quick, very surely. This is more fun. Let's go right here, folks. Make sure you go to right in between. Wait, sorry about that. I forgot to remove this. There you go. You have to go right here, folks. Tim, you break it down, Poppy. Where should it go and why should it be here?
GameBreakerSports.com. We got sports, wrestling, all of our podcasts, everything under one roof. Check it out for sure. Great stuff.
Tell them what's on here on the website, though. You got to tell them. You're not. Give us details, damn it.
Oh. We got sports, we got wrestling, we got all of our podcasts. We do some fantasy wrestling stuff. All of that's on there. We got a bunch of good stuff. Fantasy football content. Bunch of good stuff. Check out Game Breaker Sports for sure.
That's right. All the entertainment right here. You got the Sports Mania here. You got everything in the top 10 cartoons in the 90s. You have, Bio, Chris. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, I got to see that for sure. Control Your Story, folks, right here with Kayla. And you have the leading man. Oh, okay.
Shucky Ducky.
Quack, quack. And you got what's going on the world of baseball. But we're in playoff time already. The top MLB playoffs of all time.
Wild.
Right here. Everything here. You catch it on GameBreakerSports.com, folks. Where you get everything here. And all the features are here. Sign up. Sign in. Get everything what you need. All the news of what's going on in the world of sports and entertainment and professional wrestling. The description is right below. Make sure you do that. Go to GameBreakerSports.com.
Yes.
Everything's there.
You tell them.
Yes, because you're Nepomania running wild. That's what it is. That is right. But, folks, it is about that time. We covered, 3.5 hours for all of you guys what we need to talk about. I know people wanted to hear about Vin's story. We'll see. Hopefully Saturday, maybe depending on everybody's schedule, before Outrage Zone does their program. Hopefully the banger here could host the Debate Network, maybe, or Redeemer, whoever wants to join them to talk about the Vince McMahon, Netflix story and what are their thoughts about over it. But I haven't seen it yet, but of what I heard.
I haven't either, so.
Of what I heard from Busted Open, from, Dave LaGreca, of what I heard from Meltzer and itself, everything. I heard everybody's, their comments about it. I'll give you, because I won't be there on Saturday, unfortunately, because I have family tendencies. But I'll say very quick for me, my opinion. And even though I haven't seen it, but of what I've heard stories, of what I listened to. As much as we do not like it, I'm going to say this one thing, and I know people are going to fucking probably get pissed off what I'm about to say. Yes, we hate the man for what he's done personally and really thought more about himself and selfishly a lot of what he's done throughout the years of the causes and everything that he ever has done. Yes, he has no remorse towards it or regretful. Of course, I'm pretty sure he doesn't because people, everything when I heard that he's there saying that he's like, oh, well, it is what it is. But the Owen Hart one, the Benoit one, the everything. Of course, that man's never going to show feelings. He don't give a fuck. It was, his excuse was, oh, my business. If it was me, then the show continues. Like, yeah, but that's why nobody likes you, because you're a piece of shit. Exactly. But I'll give this man, as much as people hate it, but I have to give him credit. He gave us an entertainment during the golden era. He built a Hulk Hogan. He built a Andre the Giant. He built a Randy Savage. He gave all of these talents that we mentioned. Jake the Snake, I could go on and on. Everybody. Even Bret Hart, as much as Bret Hart hated him and he knocked him out, everything else, and I'm glad he did that. But he gave them one thing, is the television time. He gave them an opportunity to build themselves and helping them along the way for them to be a star legends or where they're at. As much as we do not want to agree with that, but we have to, because as much as I love AWA and George, everything else, Vern Gagne and everything, they told stories in ring of professional wrestling. But Vince had a visionary of entertainment, of what we used to see back in that, even prior to that time, before we were born, or during the time when we were children, talking about what is, entertainment. Like the Flintstones, I can mention an example. The Jetsons, I can mention an example. I could go back to Popeye, that era, like that, Disney, all of that is what Vince had a vision of to do with professional wrestling, and he took it and bought it from his father and made something towards it to tell a story on both sides of the direction, not only in the ring, that which I will give credit for this due, which his father was the foundation of that, but the foundation of entertainment was unfortunately Vincent Kennedy McMahon. He built that foundation to give us the entertainment, to tune in of what is the next soap opera, because he started and revolutionized of demographics, because his father was stuck, and which I respect that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Was stuck more into the other eras of I will compare it to the 40s, 50s, 60s, into that era, like World War One, II style, more into the sports of boxing type of style, but in professional wrestling. But Vince took it into another direction to develop to be more, hey, we can have a 12-year-old to sit down and watch it and let me tune in and see what's going on. An 8-year-old to watch it and see what's tuning in coming on. And we got to give that man credit for that. We have to, as much as we don't want to. But I still haven't seen it, though, just to clarify. I still haven't seen it. But I know I'm talking about more of the business side of what he started, where it developed right now, currently, over the last 50 years of world wrestling entertainment. So I have to give him credit, his father and him, of that. As much as we dislike to say that, I'm saying that. But I think I could say at least I could give him that credit. Because it started to start programs, WCW, TNA, Japan, when they had their own. They decided to do the same thing. Before New Japan was born, was FMW and everything else. Those styles was from here. I'm not saying Vince did it. I'm saying his father started it. Vince started another direction with entertainment. So there's two scenarios to that situation. But personally, he could go fuck off, because I don't give a fuck about it. I'll say that. And I'm glad he's done. And I'm glad he's out of this era, because this does not belongs to him. It belongs to us, the IWC community, the podcasters here, the combination of podcasting, us, because we're the ones that talks about this for all of you guys and break it down for you. But we acknowledge where we get it from in that past. From Vern Gagne days, from the San Martino days, from the Gorgeous George days, from the Vincent Senior days to Vince Junior days, to, of course, WCW days, NWA style as well. So that's where we get it from. So we have to give credit where credit's due. And unfortunately, the credit I give that man, as much as I hate him, he gave us entertainment. He helped professional wrestling to develop pro sports entertainment. Whether you like it or not, I accept it. I don't know what you guys heard, and I'm looking forward to you guys hopefully maybe having a review on it. So I don't know, any final thoughts you want to add to this before we close it out, gentlemen?
TK?
I got nothing. I've said for years, I hope he fucking dies so the product will get better. And guess what? It didn't have to be so morbid. He just had to get fucking popped for all the dumb fucking bullshit he's done over the years. And he's gone. Yes, he is by far and away the greatest wrestling mind of all time. But he's also a fucking piece of shit like most fucking high-end executives are. So he can fuck off forever. Do I respect what he did for everything that we love? We wouldn't love wrestling if it wasn't for Vince McMahon. We wouldn't love wrestling if it wasn't for him. But like, at the end of the day, he needed to go 15 fucking years ago, probably longer than that. Thank God he's gone. We love Raw because he's gone. We love WWE because he's gone. That's it. He's an old, out of touch, senile, demented fuck. C'est la vie.
There you go.
Yep.
Redeemer?
I'll keep it short and sweet. this will always be directed at Vince. Thank you, but fuck you at the same time.
I love it. Yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Hell yeah. What other best way to do it? That's right. Yes, I do love it. Ain't that right, Blue? Stop, damn it, stop moving my shit around, damn it. Why can't I Blue? This is the problem. But you remove Blue. I love Blue. He's my boy, Blue. Son of a bitch. They deleted him. Oh my god, they deleted Blue. Why? No, why? Where the there you go.
Yeah.
There
we go.
There you go. Yes. Tell him. You tell him, Poppy. No, you tell him, Bacon. But it is that time. Autobots. It's time.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all for once again for listening and watching here on the Circle of Debate and the Debate Network. Don't not forget the description right below where you can find, of course, our Poppy and the crew. That is Game Breaker Sports. Go to the website GameBreakerSports.com. We get all the news of sports, wrestling, and entertainment. And also go to the YouTube channel, Game Breaker Sports. Follow them. Tomorrow they'll be back here for the Outrage Zone with Kayla and Dirty, Mr. 199 Dango, alongside with our champ right here, the Redeemer. He's our champion for everywhere. Even though Tim is a champ. We already know that, but he's a champ.
Yes.
Justin's the champ of the world.
Yes, he is. He will be alongside with them hosting that for the watch along for SmackDown. Stay tuned for that. That will be, of course, at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Pacific. Tune in for that. And hopefully Saturday, let's see if they're up to it. If they want to, before Outrage Zone, do their Saturday show. See if they want to do, talk about the McMahon, Netflix review, or maybe we'll do it another time. We don't know. It all depends. You might either get it on Game Break Sports or here or on both channels. We don't know. It all depends. But we'll be back next week. Raw Dogging with De Niro, the return of De Niro. Tuesday, the premiere of the CW of NXT Watch Along with the Redeemer and the Man of 1,000 Words Bakley. And that same night, you will have the recap of the New Japan Destruction happening this Saturday going on Sunday, because Japan is like 7 hours ahead of us. Who's going to be the new member of the TMDK? We will discuss that. The Man of 1,000 Words and myself. And don't forget, on next Wednesday, AEW Dynamite Watch Along with, of course, a banger of podcasting, and Kayla and Dangle and Justin for watching the recap of Grand Slam and what's going to be developing heading into Wrestle Dream. And we'll be back for 216 here as well. Which I won't be here next week, but they will be here taking care of it. Tim and Justin will be in charge of that, not me. So they will be taking care of that. Recapping you guys for that. But until then, folks, you already know. If it's not your, this is none of the thing when we do at Game Breaker Sports and here on Circle of Debate on the network, Debate Network. If it's not your cup of tea, then let someone else drink it. But before we close it out, I got to let these two gentlemen tell them where you can find them, where you can search them, where you can really give them that fucking Val Venus type of style. Like, hello, hey. You got to give them that, and also you got to give them. And also tell them especially Poppy, you got to tell them these things. Yes. You still got it. So
love it.
The floor is yours. Let them know, Poppy.
Oh, man, you can find me here Thursday nights right here on Circle of Debate. Again, like this video tonight. Subscribe to the channel, Game Breaker Sports YouTube channel. Type in Game Breaker Sports on YouTube, GameBreakerSports.com. Sports, wrestling, entertainment. That's what we do. Poppy, you are the man. Thank you for setting all this up. It was a fucking blast and honor always be hanging out with you. And Justin, brother, love you. And Poppy, I love you.
I love you. You already know. Redeemer! Tell them where they can find The Redeemer himself.
One
And
of the
tell
first.
him anywhere they can find you is game
Yes.
over.
That is right. Let me first start off by saying, I love you guys. I can't tell you enough, but I will constantly keep saying it. I love you guys. And again, thank you for being the ones to bring me back. All of yous. Every single one of yous. Because I'm telling you, I would have probably gone insane if I wasn't back. Other than that, you can find your Redeemer at Instagram, Facebook, In Time Wrestling Podcast, all lowercase, and X, Just in Time 211. In Time Wrestling Podcast, I'm just going to probably say it here on the show. I don't know if there's any set data coming back. Honestly, I don't know if it will be coming back anytime soon, because right now I'm just going to keep my focus on these two guys right here. Game Breaker Sports, Circle of Debate. The Redeemer is going to be around everywhere. Either Circle of Debate, Game Breakers. I'll be showing up on other shows, so keep your eyes peeled, because I might even show up on another show like our guys over at Heel Turn. Shouts to those guys.
Shout out to Devin. That's right. That's right. And Isaiah. That's right. I love those guys. But don't forget, you have your own show. I don't know. It's not our show. This is your show. I mean, you have your own show as well.
Also, yes. Of course, I'm here. Mondays, Raw Dogging with Dom and friends with benefits. We got De Niro coming back. I can't wait. Tuesdays, NXT Watch Along with, of course, the man of 1,000 words, Bakley. Wednesdays, the AEW Watch Along with the Queen of the South herself, Kayla, and sometimes Dango when he does actually show up. Well, of course, we always get BC showing up, which has been awesome. Shouts to Chef.
He's the best.
Yes, Thursdays here for Circle of Debate. Fridays for the SmackDown Watch Along. Even Saturdays sometimes for Outrage Control. I show up there too. I told you, I am everywhere.
Your schedule gives me anxiety. Your schedule gives me anxiety.
I am nonstop, dude. I'm telling you.
You're insane. Oh, one last small plug by me. I never plug anything I do, but small plug. The wife and I will be releasing our Bad Blood predictions Saturday night. So every match prediction will be released on Game Breaker Sports. Check them out.
Shouts to Melissa.
Yeah.
Shout out to the that's right. Shout out to the Queen of Chi-Town. That's right. But until then, folks, you already know the Game Breaker Sports and the Debate Network. We don't just do sports. We don't just do wrestling. We don't do entertainment. We don't do music. We don't do this podcasting. I'm going to let these guys say it. I don't have to say it. What do we do here on both channels? On Game Breaker Sports and on the Debate Network. What do we do, gentlemen?
No matter where it's at, we make history.
Bang.
Must bid you adieu, a goodbye, mwah, and good night. Oh my God, it's so great. Bang! Yes!